We're live. We're
We
live.
live. Good
Hi.
morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi,
Look
Ed.
who is here.
G. Hey,
Where you
G.
been, G?
He's been spending money. He's got no money.
I know. Ashley, hey, girl.
Hi, Ashley. Well, I've been spending money on things I don't want to spend money on.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
well, you
I
know
had
how
to
that
get a
goes.
tooth pulled. It was like, surprise, you need that out. And I'm like, I'm rolling my eyes. There are no dental hygienists. I'm saying this to the people in the crowd, the all two of you. There are no dental hygienists in central Pennsylvania. If you want to make a lot of money and you're a dental hygienist, move to central Pennsylvania because they will probably pay you extra than any other place because there's none. People are telling me, oh, we need to do this work on you, but you have to wait till July. And I'm like,
Wow.
I
That's
never
just
heard of
absolutely
such.
crazy.
They're like, we're booking appointments. One person said, I could squeeze you in February. And my
She can
insurance,
squeeze you in February?
they were saying like if you go like into the office and beg, they're like maybe I can probably do. And I've told two offices, if you get a cancellation, call me and I will come right over. But the thing is, I mean, I might have to. I was saying to you, if the office in New Jersey takes my insurance, like, and will give me the same discount as out here, I'm gonna go because I have a benefit I need to use up. And
Right. I don't blame you. I'm
I
not
mean,
mad
what's the
at you.
point of having insurance if all you do is pay for it and then you don't use it? I mean, I understand like you're not just gonna go to the doctor to say, hey, how's it going? But if you
Mm-hmm.
have stuff you need to get done,
Right.
sorry, I'm complaining a lot. I had a tooth pull
The sun is coming through.
and
Let me
I'm
see if
not
I
used to
can
not.
turn my camera this way a little bit.
Okay. He said he's sorry. He forgot about us. I think that's all right. You can
Oh,
forget.
we gonna forgive you. We forgive you.
We just like that you're here now.
Yes.
You're listening to me complain about my dental care.
Hey,
Donna's here.
Donna.
Hello, Donna. How are you?
Oh,
Like my mouth
Lord.
really does kind of still hurt, but could be worse.
This is not working either.
I forgot and I brushed my teeth this morning and I went over the area and I'm like, I'm not allowed to do that. Oh my
Hang
God.
on. I'm trying to fix this.
So I told, hey Scarlett, I told Tony like we could maybe drive an hour and get to a dentist that has a hygienist.
I just
Hey,
can't fix it.
your mommy's here. Hi
Hey,
Sandra.
Mama. Hey, Scarlett.
Hey Mama.
Mama Donna's here.
Hey Don.
I
Got the
just
whole
feel like
family?
discombobulated today.
Me too. And I might get a phone call shortly. Hopefully someone will call me with good news. That'll be nice. Anyway,
Oh,
look, I know things can always be worse. I'm kind of getting the idea I said to you before. The Amish people pull their teeth and get dentures. And with the prices of dental work and the way that they don't even have people to do the dental, I can understand why they have it done.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they do like sides and fronts. And so their top dentures were in like 3 pieces, which is weird. Doesn't
Unless
seem
they got parts pulled at a time. Maybe they had bridges or something. Hey,
maybe.
Sean.
Sean,
I didn't wake you up this morning, Sean, because I'm coming back right after. He usually comes with me, but I'll be home after the doghouse and bringing the internet with me.
He's Cyber
He's been complaining about his mouth. I think it's wisdom teeth, but Hardhead doesn't want to go to the dentist. Mm-hmm.
All right. All
Hey,
say,
Liv, long time no see.
hi, Liv. I want to tell you, Cyber
Tell
Slayer,
me.
Mr. Sean, I waited too long between appointments, and I mean, I'm talking a lot. I just really neglected, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of having fillings, or having maybe even a crown. Now they pulled my tooth out entirely. I'm just saying it's
Mhm.
not to make you scared, but when they put the Novocaine in, you don't feel anything. I didn't
Right.
feel anything. I mean, all I felt was like them pinching my, I
Right.
kind of felt a tool going against my face on the other side, but I didn't feel what they were doing. And they
Mhm.
said the tooth came out pretty smoothly,
Well, that's good.
but I kept my eyes shut, damn shut the whole time. I don't want to see anybody like approaching me. I don't want to, so it's like, I feel like if I'm in the dark, I'm okay.
Right. It's just crazy.
And I was told in January I needed some fillings on the side, and he said, no, I don't see that. I know if I go back to New Jersey, they're going to say, oh, you don't need 6 fillings, you need 10 fillings. That's what
Oh God. I know.
I never wanted to be the person that was like that, but it's like there really was, they say like they're not the kind of dentists that say, oh, you shoulda, woulda, coulda. Like they are there's a no judgment zone. Like you just come with your mouth and we'll deal with it one step at a
Mhm.
time. Like I used to have a dentist who would say to me, well, you know why that happened. If you would have
Oh, I
just come
know.
to
Don't
your
you hate
appointment.
those? It's like
And
bite me.
I thought, excuse me,
Angie.
hi, Angie. Hi, Angie. I've been on a corn kernel and I cracked my tooth and I needed a root canal. Do you think if I went to him for a cleaning 3 months before that would not have happened? No, I
Right.
think it would have happened regardless.
Right.
So,
I hear you. I
up
hear
your
you.
dentist.
Angie, I'm so sorry Teresa's not here to sing for you today, but maybe Suzy can. I don't know.
Is it her birthday?
No, but she usually has to medicate before she comes to our shows because
Because of the singing?
because of the singing. He said it feels like his cheek hurts.
Where? Top, bottom, in between the two.
I know you are.
You're heartbroken. Why?
But I bet we can get her here if you want her to sing. But just saying, she'll save it up for you for tomorrow.
What kind of songs you want to hear? I want to know.
Well, Teresa just sings whatever her little heart feels. You say the wrong word and she's singing it.
She's heartbroken that nobody's singing. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I am now down to one holiday card a year.
I get
I don't.
get 2.
I'm not saying this so people send me holiday cards. Really, really. The reason I don't get any is because I don't send them back. So people feel like, well, if you're not gonna, if you're not gonna go to the effort of mailing out things to me, I'm not gonna get you.
Right.
I understand. You have to pee, but you don't want to stop. Well, then, Scarlett, they make something.
Just be wherever you are,
In the
girl.
United States, they call it depends.
I know.
Wear a pad.
Did you take one last night, Sean? Yeah, you can take an ibuprofen.
Do you have Tylenol? They told us to mix.
Yeah, he took Tylenol last night. So
they not like they said 1 and 1. Like take 1 ibuprofen, 1 Tylenol, and it's like a tooth cocktail, and it makes you. It's better. It's better than taking like heavy duty drugs.
Cool.
And it made it very manageable for me, like except for the middle of the night when it wore off, and I just felt like I couldn't lay on that side, so I was up. But other than that, I mean, it's not been terrible for me this time.
Yeah.
If you have an infection somewhere, sometimes it's like it's harder to chase after the root of the pain because they give you antibiotics. It could take a couple days.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
No dental hygienists in central Pennsylvania.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. And everybody is shopping with croup and what sounds like pneumonias and flus.
Oh God. And Marie has to go to, I don't know. Hey, Patrick, how are
Hey,
you?
Patrick.
That's right. Like those thumbs ups. Thumbs ups. Thumb up. I sent Jennifer that cup that said thumb up.
Office Patrick snuck in.
Which means he's working.
Yeah, he's watching with the sound off or an earbud. I have to wear like an ear. I was wearing like earbuds and just so like if you watch videos on the internet with no sound, it's kind of sad. It's no fun. I mean, sometimes you can see cute dogs running around, but for some reason, I am on every dog lover list, meaning, and especially golden retrievers, and occasionally, the duck tolling, the tollers. Oh, here I go. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, wait.
Oh, so that's her dentist. So yeah, there's a lot of sickness here too. I mean, well, y'all know we had that crud. There's Norton, and but everybody's kind of getting better. It's lagging with Grandma a little bit, but I think she's on the mend. We hope, she sounds better. So, but Marie has to go out of town for work, so she wants me to go shopping. Do you know how much I like to shop? I'm not a shopper. So, in my old age, I'm not a shopper. And I hate to shop when she's shopping for clothes because she'll ask my advice and I'll give it. And then she'll buy something else that she ends up not liking or it doesn't fit. But what do I know? So she's going to have me and Mama telling her what to buy today. It was cold here this morning. It was like 39. That's cold. Like very cold. But then it got hot. She's just running back and forth. So, what's going on with you guys? So, Jeffrey, your little thing that y'all had this past weekend went well, I hope. I'm not used to being up here by myself, so it's a little weird. But, Oh, Scarlett, you changed your avatar. Hey, Belle, how are you? Long time no see, Belle. Oh, look at that shirt. How cute, y'all. It was a gift from Teresa's son. He's so sweet. Is Johnny still on this morning? It's very busy. Oh, nice, Jeffrey. Nice. 37 in Mississippi. Damn. Yeah, look, it's a cow with a giraffe hat. I mean, go figure, right? So I took a picture to send him, but I never sent it yet. So I was going to say he's a really nice kid, but he's not a kid. He's a man. But, I call my kids. Yeah. I mean, I guess they'll be like 80 years old, and if I'm still alive, they'll still be my kids, right? Right. Yeah, I've been crocheting. Look how cute. It's a crochet needle case. I got to put the button for my granddaughter because she wants to learn how to crochet. And look, I made trees, y'all. I made little Christmas tree ornaments. Why does this light keep coming on? And I made a green one. So I figured my learning curve here is I have to watch a tutorial on YouTube. I can't read a pattern. So I guess I'm a visual learner. $15? Oh my God, gee, that's so cold. Hey, Steph. How are you today? I went watching Christmas lights with Steph and Mr. Steph the other night for a bit. I have 3. I have a let's see, 15, 16, 15, and 7. They're just growing so fast. I mean, really fast. I mean, my oldest one is a sophomore in high school already. Like next year, she'll be a junior. Oh my God. Crazy. They grow fast. They grow fast. And you have, how many you have, Angie? 2? Grandbabies are the best because you can love them and send them home. And you can give them all the sugar you want and not have to deal with it. I do that. I sugar them up before they leave. Get 3. My sister, Donna, has those last 2 little ones she's got, grandbabies. Oh my God. A hot mess. Emberly and Brantley. They are so cute. Outreach is in full swing today. Okay, cool. I might not be able to pop in right when you're doing it because I have to go shopping with my daughter, but I'll catch you on the replay if not. Berkeley, Lincoln, and Livy. Those are the cutest little names. And if y'all haven't seen Andy's grandbabies, oh my God, they're so cute. Total cuteness. Total cuteness. So, who's got what going on today? So, Stephanie's got outreach today. Teresa! I was just showing them my shirt that your very sweet, kind son gave me. Very, very kind. I told I was going to say such a sweet kid, but he's not a kid. I know. It's crazy. Oh, Belle's going to be packing, invoicing, and shipping. I do, before I leave here, I have to print an invoice for somebody that paid and get that out. And that's about it. I know you do. You still call him your baby, but I can't call him, Auntie's baby. I don't know. It's a big baby. I will be in Jamestown fire truck with Santa Claus today. Oh, nice. Well, enjoy yourself, Jeffrey. Do y'all throw like little candies, Christmas candies and stuff out when y'all do that? Hurry, Suzy, I'm drowning. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me because I'm muted?
Yeah.
Sure. So who came? Jeffrey came? Teresa came? Stephanie came?
Yeah, Steph came.
Oh my gosh. Lots of
you
people.
Can't respond to people. I think I got a different setting. You should be able to, Sean. You should be able to chat. You're blue and everybody else is blue.
Hi, everybody. So this was a dentist that's not in my network. They called me back and she said, I might have an appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning and you can get at least a regular tooth cleaning. Do I need to have regular if they need to do the deep ones? I don't know. I feel like I'm just.
I don't know. They wanted me to have a deep one and I told them no. I was just going to have a regular one. Because with the trigeminal neuralgia, if it sets that off, then I will be, you might as well just pull all my teeth because I won't be able to live that way.
If they can do a regular tooth cleaning and then I could go to the place that was going to give me the discount for all the fillings, that might, I want to say might could work. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But this one, she says, we'll submit forms, but you're not going to get reimbursed like you would if you went to somebody in network. And I mean, literally the lady from my insurance said, she goes, well, you can go to any dentist that's not in network and we'll pay something. And I'm like, paying something at it's almost like going to the Hilton. And if you have the Hilton rewards, you can get the room at like, let's say 40% off. But if you're just paying the rack rate, it's like 100%. So, it means like they'll give me back $20, which is better than nothing.
I'm not sure what you're asking, Sean. So if you click on the 3 dots next to their name, you can go to their channel and see who they are, and you can sub to them. Is that what you're talking about? Let's see. He sent me a message.
I'm expecting 2 more phone calls, just so you know.
You can just hit the chat and chat, baby. But you can also hit go to channel, and it'll take you to their channel. And then you can subscribe to them if that's what you're talking about.
Maybe he typed that, so he must be meaning something else.
Yeah, no, he showed me a picture, but I'm not sure what he's like. You can't talk to them from doing that. You have to talk in the chat, but you can go to their channel. Hey, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
How's your daughter, honey? We're praying for her.
Yeah, how's it going? I'm in the dark.
You're in the dark? What?
No, I mean, I don't know what's going on with people.
Oh, Jessica's daughter is having, she can't see out of one eye.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So it was she's just kind of trying to process it.
Oh, I'm just reading what I missed while I was out, except I can't really see everything because it doesn't go back up all the way.
Right. Sean, just type it in the chat, honey. Or just, if you're on the computer, it's different than if you're on the phone. So just, you can type, go to chat or comments at the bottom and type there. Anybody seen Jennifer today?
Maybe she's listening. Hi, Jennifer.
Jennifer, hello.
Have you seen Chris show up in it at all?
I have not seen Chris. I mean, I don't see his videos on YouTube so much, but I catch the reels and on Instagram. Oh, she was in Johnny's. Sometimes she has oh, she was in Johnny's. Sometimes Thursday she has a doctor's appointment, I think.
You have to use the at Cyberslayer. Hello.
Yeah. But it's hard. You can't do that really on a phone, though.
It's hard to chat
on a phone.
In my opinion, I sometimes couldn't even get the chat bar up.
Yeah.
In a phone. Once in a while it works fine, and then sometimes it's like, and then my banana hands touch 3 letters at once, and then it sounds like I'm speaking Vulcan or something.
Right.
Like some kind of alien language.
Yeah. Well, Cyberslayer is my baby. I'm getting like Teresa, my baby. He's my baby. He's like, really, Mom? He's 20 something.
He's 20 something?
He's like 25. Yeah. My baby. He's always going to be my baby.
That's right. Yeah.
Always.
He'll be a baby. Everybody who has a child will think of their child as a baby, even if they're 50 years old.
Yes. That's right. Oh, it's raining. We had rain 2 days ago. Y'all, if they don't hurry up and start my house, I'm going to cry. It's horrible. It
is cold here now. It was 9-degree wind chill today. And my husband is trying, like, some of our outside electricity isn't working right. I don't know if it's the cold or if it's what. So my husband likes to put up Christmas lights everywhere, not just like around the porch, like the 3-acre yard. So let's just say if there's some hoppy deers, they're going to knock down his whole, like, he's going to be mad. So I see him running around outside in the 9-degree wind chill. Last night it was so windy. It felt like the house was going to blow over.
Jeez. We've been having some pretty nice winds here. But today it's calm. So it's like right now it's 49, but it's still chilly. Feels like 46.
We have those deck chairs that are made out of Tyvek and they're really, really heavy. They blew off the deck. I mean, they blew off the platform, blew. And I'm like, wow, that was some wind. I have something hanging and it blew away. I don't even know where it is. It's probably in my, somebody said it's probably in like it's in a state park. It's like 40 miles. I don't know. It's far away.
Oh my God. I tell you what, I could feel my ear. Like, it's like somebody stabbing through my ear. And I know it's the cold with the trigeminal neuralgia. It's acting up.
I guess you can't live in the north.
Mm-mm. Oh, girl, you would have to just shoot me then.
You get used to it, and it's sad that you do. But
I know, but not the cold so much. But my face can't take it.
I'm sorry to laugh.
I know.
Norton's outside crying like a little pup. He's going,
Well, he's cold. Go let him in.
No, he's in the house. I mean, I'm in a little porch. Like that. But he wants to be included.
Oh, wow.
Come on. You want to show off? People, what are you doing? You're so happy. You're so happy.
Because I'm in the warm. I'm happy now.
No, he wasn't outside in the cold. He was in the warm house. And this room, I only have a little space heater here. And that's because it was freezing in this room this morning.
He looks like he wants something.
I know.
Don't tell those stories.
What you know what he wants? He wants love. He wants food. He wants love and food and love.
Well, there you go.
And all the attention. He doesn't want any, except for Roxy, she wants all of the attention.
Scarlett said, "Nice sweater, Suzy."
Thank you. This is my. I feel like it's like a grandma sweater. It's got the winter birds and snowflakes. It was kind of like, seasonal, not Christmassy. Because the snowflakes, it's just winter.
Gotcha.
So I feel like I can wear it. Although I don't care. I'll wear my Christmas sweater in summer.
I'm gonna try. Teresa, I'm gonna go buy me a Christmas hat.
Hat?
I have a Christmas hat.
I have one. I had
one.
I don't know where it is. I'm in Pennsylvania. It could be in New Jersey. It could be in the attic. I don't know. Dollar Tree probably has a hat. Probably. Might. Do you have other dollar stores that are just like Dollar Tree but not Dollar Tree? Where they used to have, we used to have a store called 99 instead of $1. Anyway, the 99-cent store.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it became, if you're lucky, you'll find something for 99 cents and everything else is $4.
Although the candies you pay $1.25 at Dollar Tree, you can usually get for $1 at Dollar General,
which is nice. I made those
Sleeping Bee.
I made those candies, by the way. That's probably why I had dental issues. I made those candies with the dots, with the color, the nougat, the color nougats, and I gave some away to my Amish neighbor, and she's like, I love those candies. she goes, you made them? She's like, how hard? Was it easy? And I go, well, yeah. The recipe is very simple, but it is so sticky, and you have to work really, really, really fast, or
Right.
you won't get any candy where you want it. Man, that stuff hardened up, but in like little, like it felt like 10 seconds. It was almost like,
Right.
okay,
Hey, John.
hi, John.
Not my John, but another John.
John Lucas. Lucas?
Yes.
Hey, John. Now he's trying to go back over on the other side.
And
He's not-
Thomas, the helper. You have a helper named Thomas?
And Denise is here. Hi, Denise. Whenever
Oh, Tom, you're talking about my Thomas. He's not here today. I'm all alone today.
my friend had a niece called Denise, so I used to say, "How's the nephew?" too, and she was like, "She's like, you're so corny."
Oh my God, he's so funny.
Well, because she kept saying, like, my niece Denise, and then so I go, just call her Denise, so we know.
Right. Yeah, John, it did. You see, the sun is like attacking me up here, but it's a beautiful day. Hopefully, the builders will think it's a beautiful day too. I don't know.
She has to understand I'm from New York, and we say "duh" sometimes instead of "the."
We say duh too. You know.
It's like, when you.
I remember in high school, my speech teacher, we had to interview like somebody. And my friend and I interviewed my sister's oldest son. And she said, the kid is cute, but y'all keep saying duh and that. I'm like, what? I'm sorry. Duh and that. At least she said the kid was cute. I mean,
Forget about it.
He was teeny little kid. Oh my God.
I mean, I'm used to fast talkers. And when I hear some really fast talkers, Tony will say, I can't stand it. And I go, I love it. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, when people talk really slowly, I want to press the 2 times fast button on their head, but whatever, like I can do it on the screen.
Right.
And make people sound in the way my ear wants to. When people speak very slowly, I'll play them between like 1.5 and 2 times.
Hey, Denise's Magical Emporium.
Magical.
Well, look, when I was doing the tutorial for the Christmas tree, I had her going really slow. My mama goes, something's wrong with her?
Okay.
I'm like, I had to get the thing, Oh my God. And then the last one I did for the little pouch was a little Indian lady. And I couldn't speed her up. I did have to, I'd listen and then turn it off. Because if I sped her up, oh my God, it would have been way out.
There are some people, though, that I will, like, if they have something they flash on the screen for me to read and I can't like stop it and read it, I'll have to play the video. Maybe it's on purpose because I'll play those like little short videos over and over and over. And I'm like, I can't read what that note says. I get to like read the first 2 words or the last 2 words. I can't read. Right. I'm like,
yep. Hey, Debbie.
Quirky.
Well, sometimes I have to pause it to see. But then there's, hey, Robin, there's a little, like their little print where they're trying to say something ends up over something and you can't read it.
Hi, Robin and Sleeping Bee.
Sleeping Bee. Oh, I think you were talking when Sleeping Bee came in.
Oh, hi. Is that a little dog face? I can't see. It looks like a doggy.
Who?
Maybe. Everybody's little picture on my chat is the size of a pencil.
Yeah, Sleeping Bee has a dog.
So I'm going like this and trying to make it out.
Gotcha.
Getting old is easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. I'm not saying that the alternative is better. I'm just saying I can't see good because I'm old. And I don't remember names. Even when I have remembered a name. I can still now forget it. I found out. My neighbor's daughter's name
Aw.
is Naomi. I remembered it for 3 times in a row. And the 4th time I saw her, I forgot it. And I'm like, I know it's an N. I don't remember what the name is. And then she just didn't tell me. She's like, guess. And I'm like, that's mean. And I'm like, N.
I remember faces, but I don't remember names. Scarlett's being bad this morning. Just don't read what she says. And of course, Debbie likes Mike.
I'm not going to say it, but I could say
But Debbie likes boobies too. That's her dog Peanut, Sleeping Bee says.
Aw.
Aw. They usually have a way of doing that, honey.
I'm going to
Saving
tell you,
us.
my little dog Trixie gave me a reason to get out of bed. When I had lost both my parents 1 year after the next, and that year when I moved to I called it the doghouse. I got the dog, and she was the reason I could get up because I had to.
Yeah.
But she was
Yeah.
very, very loving dog.
Yes.
Now I have a husband, and the dogs love the husband almost a little more than me.
Traitors.
They are. I mean, they love me, but they love him a lot.
Right.
And he does, like, I'll say, I love you. And he doesn't. He never
Right.
does. And they still love him. And I'm like,
Well, you know how Precious is attached. Everywhere I go, she's there.
mhm.
Well, the other morning, she was like, she got off of me and went with my mom. I'm like, traitor? I should
Really?
be all snuggled up to my mom, and I get home, and then she's like, she goes crazy for me, and
Well,
my mom was like,
maybe-
traitor?
Let me tell
Wait,
you.
that's my doctor. All right, that's my doctor.
I was going to say, it's probably good for your mama to have the dog cuddle up to. You know, you could share the love. There's a lot of love to give for me to all the dogs, if you know what I mean. If I could have like a little dog farm, and if there was a way to, I mean, I'm not saying like
Okay, thank you.
you can't make money off, well, maybe you can make money off dogs. I mean, I'm not going to breed dogs, and I'm not going to like get their fur and make yarn out of it or anything, but I love it. Hey, Tuber Chat, how's it going? Dawn's on the phone right now, and if I get a phone call, nobody's going to be here. Anyway, I'm waiting on some. I've called every dentist within 45 minutes of where I live here in Pennsylvania, and they can't really help. There's like I think there's 1 or 2 or 3 hygienists for like the whole central Pennsylvania. If anybody's a dental hygienist, please move to central Pennsylvania. You will make money. Look at how
Now I
dark
can't.
your
I
eyes
know.
are. Completely dark.
I know. Now I can't see.
Wow.
Somebody. Hey,
my-
Kevin.
My glasses don't get dark like that. And I have
And
that.
now they're really dark. But don't let me forget I have a doctor's appointment 2:15 on Monday. Just,
Well, write it down. You have a pen?
No. Why would I have a pen in this office?
You like pen? You make pens? You like pens?
I do like pens, and I can never find one when I want one. So,
Well, I'm at the point where I get very frustrated if I need a scissor and I don't have one. So I bought 25 scissors. And I said, in every drawer in my house, I will put a scissor. And do you know that I've gone into drawers now and there's no scissor? There's some kind of scissor.
thank you, Stephanie.
Is it a poltergeist? And it goes away? They take the scissors away. They vanish. Oh, toenail clippers as well. And
I can't
nail
keep up.
files.
I can't keep up with that.
I need 100 scissors, nail files, and toenail clipper. Because they just vanish. One day
Right.
we will open some kind of cabinet and everything will spill out. But
Right.
yeah.
I know. How's it going, Kevin? Yeah, if y'all want your channel to go check Kevin out.
I want to, and I am never online. After lately, I'm sorry. if I've missed all your like lives, and I saw Angie chatting yesterday when I was laying in bed.
Shawn Michaels.
She's still gonna
forget.
forget. That's not nice.
I love you too, kid. Anyway.
So she wrote it down for you. That's really nice, though.
I did.
Tuesday, Monday. And did you write the doctor?
Dr. Voorhees, my endocrinologist. Yeah. Actually, the lady goes, you have a 10:30 appointment. I know I did not make a 10:30 appointment. And I'm like, do you have something later? And she goes, well, 11:30. I'm like, okay, if that's all you got. And then she goes, well, I have a 2:30. Well, yeah, I'll take that too. You know, the later the better. We got our show Monday. So
yeah, I guess ghosts or kleptos probably. They pens too. Yeah, I bought 2 dozen of pens since I've lived here too. And I am down to probably 2 that I could see. And then I think in the drawer, there's one drawer that has 3 pens because I didn't take them out of the package. Once they leave the package,
they're gone.
They're gone.
My sister-in-law gave me a box with 3 pens she bought me, you know, because she's a pen whore like I am.
Oh.
And yeah. So she handed me, oh, look, I found it. She gave me a pack of 3. She bought her a pack and me a pack. And they're cute. She got them from 5 and Below.
They are cute.
Yeah. So I lost those 2, except this one. But anyway, so yes.
So those of you who didn't tune in right at the beginning, I started to get work done. I had a tooth extraction 2 days ago. But they said I need a lot of fillings, but they won't do the fillings till I get my teeth clean. Or they call it the gum health stuff. Oh. So the dentist that's local is going to just do a general cleaning. And I'm wondering if that'll count, but they're not in my network. I don't know what to do. So I called up one office and she says, oh, sure, we take your insurance. How about July? And then another one was like, well, we're taking appointments for May. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to be, I don't want to say it. But yeah, I'm saying, like, if you made me wait like 9 months for appointments, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to go.
It's like you forget about it and it's like, I don't need to go now.
It's not even forgetting about it. I once said to one of them, I don't even know if I'm going to be alive then. And then she's like, oh no. I go, I'm just saying, it sounds like too far away. When you're in your 60s, it's like dog years. So you want to get things done fast, or it feels like, why bother?
Right.
I don't even know if I want to get my tooth replaced because it's going to cost so much money. And, you know, if it costs the same amount of money as furnace, I feel like I might need furnace money and not tooth money.
Tell me about it.
I know. It's like crazy.
Wow. Now, I know, like, I have to see, you know, the female, because the one I had retired. How dare he? And then they sent me to this woman. Oh, my gosh. She was just slap ass crazy. That's all I'm going to say. She was crazy. So I refuse to go back there. And I need to find a new one.
Well, I had a feeling Southern Belle said that they fall back out with time or with eating. I had this feeling in my tooth that got extracted for probably 20 years. So it was a very long time. But what happened was I got a cavity on the side of it. And then between the time I made the appointment and went to the dentist, that whole part of the tooth broke off. And he said, I can't even put a crown on this. It's gone. It's like there's nothing left.
Right.
It's starting to hurt now.
I hear that stuff, girl. Make them bring their own money.
Maybe I need to.
Thanks, Janice.
I need to raise. I don't want to say. I kind of need $10,000 to pay for all the things I just spent, like in the last couple weeks. When anybody buy this for like $1,000, yeah, right. Anyway,
what was that?
An insulator.
Oh, you know that's
isn't it worth $1,000?
Wheelhouse. I can only get about 8 for those in my booth.
8 sounds like better than no money.
But it depends on colors. I'm not familiar with. I know they are heavy, But I
Yeah,
had just the plain old white one, and I had a blue one.
the blue one is probably worth more than the white one, because anything with color in those sort of things are worth more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teresa, I did have it pulled, but now there's nothing there, and it feels really weird against my tongue. I feel like I'm
You
going
get
to
used
chew
to
on
it.
The last time I had a bunch of, like, I don't have a whole lot of natural molars left in my head. I think I have like,
I'm not going to touch that.
I think I have like 3 or 4. I don't know. There's not a lot left. That's what I'm going to say. And when the lady was saying, so how many have you had an extraction before? And I'm thinking 4 wisdom teeth, 5, 6, 7, 8, now 9, 10. It was like it was getting up there.
Oh God, my wisdom teeth pulling was horrible. I had a dry socket after.
I had a dry socket when
I
I was
always get a dry socket if I get a tooth pulled. It never fails.
It's starting to hurt now, and I by accident brushed. I kind of swept the toothbrush over the area, and then when I was drinking the coffee just now, it started hurting a little. If you can hustle, I can reach my goal. Maybe. in New York, we used to call hustling a whole different thing. I would not make any money hustling like that. That's for sure.
Me either. Yeah, I know they got a group who does that. Now, I've never seen that color before, Suzy, your insulator.
It's clear. It's like off-white. I mean, it's grayish.
It looks like it has a black or gray.
It is kind of gray, but I think if you saw it, then you would classify it as a sort of clear one.
Because they broke Teresa's jaw when they did her last extraction.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Yeah, these are. I think they're considered the not.
Stephanie says she didn't say create a fans only, only space.
Wait, I think that if I could do some kind of weirdo, like, do you like socks with dog fur on them? I could make a fortune if that could work. But, I mean, look. If somebody's weird enough to give me like $200 to watch me get a pedicure, and if they pay for the pedicure, I would do it. I don't care.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, I'd be like, you want to see my feet? Feet get a pedicure.
That's what I hear, Steph. I don't know.
Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram, people. I'll do it.
Right. Look, I laugh. I tell my sister, I say, girl, you can make some money because she got cute little feet. Not me, but she got cute. She got my dad's feet. My dad had cute little feet for a man.
I understand the cute little feet you think is what sells. I think if your toes were all like this, that could sell too. But there's always somebody who's weird. You know that if you had gnarly feet, somebody gonna want to be kissing those gnarly feet. Because there's some people that think they're attracted to what's unusual.
Right. Bye, Belle. I'm telling you, Donna, that's what you need to do, girl.
If you want to see something funny, I mean, I know this is kind of weird. Look up Steven Tyler's feet, and he gets pedicures with color. But
do
it now. I'll give you all
sell
5
some toe
minutes
jam
to look.
I don't know. That might
Steven Tyler from Aerosmith feet. Look them
You
up.
see, when I tell y'all we talk about anything here, we just talk about anything. I mean, it's just crazy. But yeah, I think my sister should do that. I'm just saying.
Sell some toe jam. People were doing weird things. People were kind of like passing wind into like a mason jar. And selling
Patrick. Wait, Patrick. Patrick sold farts in the jar.
Did he? But did people really buy them, or they just thought?
Patrick, you still here? Didn't you do that? I think he did.
Farts in a jar.
Farts in a jar.
See, like now, my husband has pretty nice feet for a guy. Like they look normal. And
but somehow I can't imagine Tony letting you take pictures of his feet unless you do it.
Exactly. If I told him I think I can make 20 grand off your feet, he'd still say like, but you're not. And he even told me this is how his mind works. Like I'm pissed that I can't use my insurance money because I'm paying for insurance. He said to me, well, if you can't, you can't. Just get over it. This is what he's telling me.
Yeah, he's very
And
practical.
he's very practical. He said, like, so you got screwed. He's like, that's life, man. You're going to get screwed all the time. And I'm like, the office manager at the dental place sat with me for an hour making a plan. December, we will do this. January, we'll start doing that, and we'll finish it 6 months later. It was a plan. And then the next day he's telling me, we can't do the plan. And I'm like, you can't promise me my plan and then take my plan away within 24 hours.
Exactly.
No.
Well, let me tell you what this local dentist did to my mom. So she went in. They said, oh, do you want us to biopsy this? So she said, yes.
Oh.
However, they did not say
it's going to cost.
It's $500 today.
Well, I would
but
say.
They didn't tell her that before she said. I think that was wrong. You should say up front.
Take that piece of tissue and toss it in the trash and say, don't biopsy that. Be like, F you, I don't have $500.
I mean, but I'm just saying that's wrong. You need to say, oh,
it is
before
wrong.
we do this, you need to know.
That's what they said at where I went. They said, we need the office manager to go over prices before you sign the papers that we're going to do it. And I'm like, that's the way to do it. You tell me you're going to be on the hook for $700. So are we going to do it or not? I mean, like, let me know just how many pictures of feet I need to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying.
Right. That's it. That's all I need to know. How many
I need to know. Oh, that's going to be
parts in the jar. How many, whatever you need to do.
I'm gonna have to sell some socks and some.
You better sell some of that. You better sell some of that nougat to the Amish people. Sell your recipe to them.
I just gave it away for free. Well, they don't have the internet, so any recipe I just take off the internet is new to them. That's
true.
That's mean. I told her,
look, I'll trade my nougat for whatever you want, some pies or whatever they make. I agree, because I think that should be medical, but they don't file with the insurance over there.
It should be medical 100% if it's not cosmetic, because when I had, like, sadly, I had real periodontal issues when my blood sugar was high, and I had I had a loose tooth, and she pulled it out, and as she was doing it, she said, oh, the other 2 teeth around it are now loose. And she goes, I know you weren't planning on having 3 extractions in this one day. So she said, so I'll give you some of that bone replacement. I'll give you like a pack of it for free. Meanwhile, everybody says, do you know what they sprinkle in? It's it's less than a Splenda package. And it's literally like the one Splenda package could be like all the bone graft stuff that they sell. And they charge you like $250 per thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
There's a dentist actually in Florida, and he went on the internet and he said, this is what I charge and this is what other people charge. And he said, I thought that it was fair for my time if I charged this, this, and this. And he goes, and I found out that people are charging like 5 times the amount. And I'm thinking, I could go to him, fly, stay in a hotel, and it would be cheaper to probably use this guy if I could get an appointment.
That lavender clothesline person went to Florida to get her implants.
Huh. I'm going, huh?
And I think she stayed with her daughter. Her daughter lives in Florida. And that's where she went to have hers done.
I'm like, Victoria, can I stand? Anyway, how much cheaper could it be though? But she lives in central Pennsylvania. So maybe it's not only that it's expensive, it's that there's nobody around to do stuff. Mm-hmm. Apparently. I thought I was moving to a fairly populated, I'm in between 2 sort of cities, mm-hmm. But you don't really want to drive an hour and a half or an hour each way to get stuff done. And it's just a drag. But if I have to drive 4.5 hours to go to New Jersey.
Right. I mean, I drive an hour or so to go get stuff done, but
Well,
I'm so used to it, it doesn't bother me.
if she was going to save $1,000 by going to Florida and then she was still going to visit her daughter, why not? Why not do
Yeah,
it? It's like
right.
worth it. Now, I heard that there's 3 different kinds of implants that they can do if you're getting an implant, because like there's a standard if you have bones that are good, then there's like 3 depending on like how bad your bone structure is.
Mm-hmm. Debbie, are you still here? I just want to know, like, if she had to do it over again, would she?
Did she have to do it twice or 3
I know
times?
she had some issues with some. I don't know. I mean, I'm still kind of on the fence with it. You would do it again if you had your implant stuff that you had done. Would you do it again?
Well, now she has a nice smile.
I know. I don't know.
My husband wants to get a couple of extractions and implants now. And I don't want to say that he's old. Like, I think he loves eating. So for him, his mouth is
Mhm.
important.
Right.
I like eating a lot, but I don't like spending, you know, furnace money on each tooth. That's for sure.
Right.
I'm only saying that because I had to buy a furnace a few weeks ago.
I know. It would cost me a small fortune to do implants.
I did okay, I had 4 missing molars. So they made it, this is weird, but they made it like 3 bigger teeth kind of, and they did a
Mm-hmm.
bridge with 2 of the bottom parts.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would be, so I would save like that extra amount.
Okay. She said she had 2 failed. It's not that bad. She would 100% do it again. In January, I go back for the final part of the implant. Okay. Well, that's good
Okay.
to know.
Well, I don't really like the idea. If I was going to do it again, I would probably do individual implants and not a bridge. But like when I'm faced with the price difference, I probably would do the bridge just because I can't wrap my brain around spending the extra. Well, here it was like an extra $2,000, and I said, nah,
Right. Back in the day, I used to
extra
work with this company, and
on
this
top.
man had his whole mouth done with implants. They were like single implants. And he paid like $7,500 a tooth and had all the little screws put in and stuff. And they did each individual tooth. That's when I think when they first started doing implants.
One of my residents, and this is back in like the 90s, when she went into the nursing home, she was out of it, and they were like trying to see if they could take out her dentures, and they were like, they found out that they were implants, and they were like, look at that mouth, look at how nice her mouth is. They go, oh, she spent a lot of money on that. And
Wow.
everybody had to like go take a peek at like, ooh. And it was kind of sad because at that point she wasn't even like alert enough to know she had a really, really nice mouth. But they,
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
told her it looked good. Look, it looks good. I say this, and I know that this is horrible, but if you're like, I was talking about my 4 teeth. I have like some fractures, and the bottom ones are all wiggle waggle. But like from far away, they don't look bad. But they were trying to sell me on those veneers, and
Mhm.
he goes, you could get away with 4 veneers, and your smile will look good. And I was thinking about it and thinking,
Yeah, but it's
it,
not just your smile. I mean, can you eat well with those? Can you, you know?
the thing about veneers in the front are because like I, how you eat like crawfish. Like I used to like to eat lobster. I don't really eat it anymore because but I would bite down on like
Yeah, I
sometimes
do.
the shell. You'll break them, and
I know. I bite down on crab claws. I bite down on.
if you break $7,000 worth of dental work, you're going to be pissed off. So
I know.
you got to take it easy. Yeah, veneers would be nice. You know, I just don't like when people have like the chiclet white teeth, because I feel like, you know, when they're like brilliant white, like so white that you're like, whoa, I don't need a flashlight in the dark. There's some newscasters that have that like as ultra white as you could get. And like, I'm thinking, take it down 2 notches. So it's
Right.
just white, but not like, not human white. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They look really fake when they're brilliant white. Nobody is. And then I love it when these guys are like in Hollywood and they're playing like pioneer people and their teeth are like chiclets. And you're like thinking, people in the pioneer days, they look like they were chewing on Tootsie Rolls. Like they were chewing tobacco and they would have missing teeth. It was like, they wouldn't have,
right. Not fluorescent. Exactly, Robin.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to have fluorescent teeth. I'm like, this is so nonsensical. Come on. You're wearing the outfit. Hire some people with bad teeth. Come on.
Right. Jeez, I swear. Make sure
Sure what? You swear what?
I'm just laughing at you. It's, you know.
Oh, look, I've met people, let's just say, my husband, who had like, you know, not bright white, not good teeth. And I said, you need to at least make them, like if you're going on a job interview, if you're going to be like getting married, you should at least make them look
Jane.
consistent. Hi, Jane. So he had the work done. I said, do it for me. And it's nice. It's a lot. But yes, that fluorescent stuff's like, it's so funny. I love watching those like Westerns and seeing these guys. And I'm like, oh, that was stupid. They make fake teeth in reverse now. They used to make them so that they would be white for the actors. Now they make them so they'd be bad. So, why are you crying so much? Oh my gosh, my dog is crying. Want to come and see? This is what you want to come?
You're right. Good teeth and good health go together.
So, in case anybody's wondering, when I go to the dentist and I can't find my dental, my card is on the floor.
Oh, Suzy, your card's on the floor.
Yeah. They do. It goes together. But, you know, it's true. I mean, like when I like would want to put off getting those like tartar scraping, like low down on my root kind of things, the bacteria. Hi, Glenn. You know, if you have very good oral health, it will help the rest of your health. And it's not just for nutrition. It's like they actually find mouth bacteria in your arteries and your heart and all over the place. So Jane is right. But Jane, do you get free dental over there in Canada? I know you pay taxes, but
Maybe
I mean, is it included?
Place, Suzy.
I'm telling you, like I was talking to her. I didn't have health insurance for 16 years, and my not free. Oh, sorry. My friend from Canada said, he goes, "I will marry you. I will marry you so you could live here and get free, you know, and get your." He was very sweet to say that, you know, and get treated. I mean, like we were not involved. Of course, we would be like scamming, but he was nice to say that he would marry me so I could get health care in Canada. But then I'd be living in Canada, which, you know, is fine for Canadians. But when your life is in New York, now my life is here. Okay.
Gotcha.
I have a kind of minimal. I have Hi, Mr. Stephanie. I bought it, dental insurance that apparently I can't use where I live. So it's kind of sad. You don't want to be our no, you don't. I know you don't. You guys are probably happy. They think that we're like, well, I know that there's some of the Canadians I met, like when they talk about Americans, their impression of us is that we have like 1,000 guns and
We have what?
like 1,000, like we're gun crazy, like lunatics down here. And she might be right. I'm with you, Jane, 100%. That would be my big. If I was running for office, I would be running on the, our country is only as strong as its weakest citizens. We need to have strong citizens. So we need socialized medicine, and it doesn't make it bad. Most of the very prosperous, civilized countries have that, and we don't. It's insane when you think about it. It's crazy that we don't have. We shouldn't have to say, "Oh, I have chest pain. I'll wait it out and see." And then, no, we should go to the doctor or the hospital.
Yeah, I get that, Robin. It is.
Oh wow, yeah, I believe that. I know that's true. I know that they said that they've scraped like arteries and analyzed what was in it, and they said it was the same bacteria as in your teeth, and it's frightening. But they come here. Who? Canadians? Canadians go sometimes to southern states for the winters, which is like a treat. I mean, it's kind of like if you're a retiree and you can afford it, they'll rent like little places. I know in Florida there's a lot of Canadians. 3 to 9. Oh, he says they go there for treatments too. 3 to 9 months to see a doctor. I know, like my friend had issues when he was going to see a dermatologist because they consider that a little bit more of a vanity thing, like I guess. But I knew
that's what we call them too, Jane. Snowbirds.
Snowbirds. Like my friend was dating an endocrinologist who is Canadian, and he said, I know how to read x-rays, but according to my, the way I have to do medicine, I have to send it to a radiologist. He goes, but I know what I'm reading, and I could start treatment right away, but because I have to send it to the radiologist, and then it delays treatment for some time. So it was very frustrating for him as a physician to be working in Canada.
Right.
So I get it. It's not all peaches and cream,
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, having cystic skin is not as an emergency. Could be, though. Depends. I once had an infection on my neck, and it was near my skin, but yeah, that's surgery. He put me on the schedule for the next day. He said, don't eat anything past 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
It can be emergent,
Yeah, but that's different, right? It's not like having to sit. Anyway. Yeah, when we sit around and say, like, I feel very strange, one side of my body feels numb, we should go to the hospital. But we don't. We sit around and see. Well, let's wait it out and see what happens. And then I go, can we wait it out in the hospital parking lot? I would feel a little more comfortable.
I know. It's like, look, when my husband says, I need you to take me to the emergency room, I know that man is sick. But...
Right. Because I'm like thinking, all right, well, he doesn't feel good like that. So I'm going to put on, like, take off my sheep pajamas and put on
regular clothes. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
No, like my dad had a heart attack once, and he was like, can you drive me to the hospital? I go, can I call 911? And he's like, drive me. So my mom's like, wait, I want to go. And she starts brushing out her pin curls and brushing her teeth. And I said, what are you doing? We need to go. It's like, this is not optional. Like, I'm thinking, throw on a hat and we're
Right.
going.
It's like, can't you go on the nights that my hair is washed and,
I'm like, my dad's sitting on the couch. I just go, and I'm like, knock it off. Throw some toothpaste in your mouth and spit it out when we get to the car. Anyway. I'm like, no. It's funny what people do.
Oh, wow, Denise.
Well, yeah, see, and the thing about the ambulance is, like, when you say it gets in, it's like if they take you in a gurney, you're already in a gurney. So they put you right in the back.
Right. You go straight to the back.
So that's when the last time I went to the emergency room, they made me sit around a really long time. And there was like not a lot of people there. So when I thought I broke my neck that one time when I fell down the stairs, they took me in very fast. But unless you say I'm having chest pain, they don't really rush. They don't rush me. Nope. Oh, well, remember when I got sent to the emergency room on my birthday? I'm still paying for that. I'm still paying for it. It was March 21st, 2024. And yeah, I think I've only paid off. I don't want to say it's probably like they charged my insurance over $16,000, and I didn't even get a whole bag of IV fluid. So that makes me really
That's the part that's getting her, y'all. She didn't get her money's worth. No,
no, really. I couldn't eat. I had if you present with fluids coming out of you for 10 days in a row, you should let the person have at least one IV bag, I feel.
Look, when I go for my headache infusions and they do an IV to do the infusion, and she's like, do you want the whole bag of fluids? And if I'm in a hurry, I'm like, nah. Because she goes, if you have a headache, she goes, I'll make sure you get all the fluids because it'll help, with the headache. But it's like, nah, and I know I should.
She said an enema or something. I needed a cork, not an
She needed a cork, not an enema, a plug.
But we got sent a letter from the local ambulance, and they said, if you want ambulance service for the house, you have to pay like $85 a year. And if you want the service that could give the IV, you have to pay $175 or something. And then they said, if you want both, pay both separately. And I'm thinking, but if you want the one that can give the IVs, why would you need the regular? Well, anyway, we paid for everything because we just thought, what if we didn't pay? And it's not that they would just bill you $1,600. It's that, right. What if they decided to not send the good ambulance to you?
Right.
They'd be like, let me see, did they pay? Okay.
Right. Well, in my case, it's basically the IV is to get you your meds through. But like if they feel maybe you're dehydrated, they'll go ahead and give you the whole bag. But you don't need the whole bag in my case. In Suzy's case, she could have benefited from the whole bag.
Oh my gosh. It was basically once they found out I wasn't in the kind of danger that I needed, like surgery right away, they just thought, we need the bed. It's like, anyway, I saw them do like a little squeeze, and I saw there was like that much left. I mean, it was like half the bed. First of all, it took them so many hours just for the doctor to come in. And then her idea of a checkup was she looked at me and I was leaning over that little like food tray, and I was going, oh. And she goes, you look much better. Why did I look better? Because I was standing instead of laying and moaning. Okay. And her office billed me a lot of money for her to spend 10 minutes with me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and look, I'm a nurse, so I say this.
Me too.
Very carefully. some nurses think they're the doctor. And it's wrong. I'm sorry. I never did that. You have to take what a person says subjectively, and not everybody is drug seeking. Not everybody, but they've turned to, like, they think everybody who goes in the ER is drug seeking. It just it
I
makes
want
me
to tell you.
crazy.
I want to tell you something. The last time I went to an orthopedic surgeon because I had frozen shoulder. The person who did my blood pressure stuff typed in my symptoms. It already had a diagnosis on the screen. And I looked at it, and he basically peeked at it and he said what I had. And I'm like, come on. Like, can't you at least give me my, like, $200 worth? Like, make me move or something? Like, touch me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hi. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just...
I'm like thinking, I could have read that screen and just gone home. Why did you even need to come in, dumbass? Anyway. Whatever. It's just, it made me pissed that they didn't even say, could be this, that, or the other. They just said, most likely it's a.
Right.
And he's like, most likely it's an. And I'm like, well, I read that too, dumbass.
I know. It's like, I'll send my doctor a note, and I'm like, one time I told him something. I said, oh, Dr. Trosclair said, and he said he's not, Garrett got diagnosed with diabetes, he goes, I'm not diabetic. So I'm like, yeah, you are. Here's your blood work. You're freaking diabetic. And he goes, I'm not diabetic until my doctor says I'm diabetic. So I got on his portal, and said, oh, by the way, Dr. Trosclair said he's not diabetic until you say he's diabetic. He said, fine, tell him he's diabetic.
Okay.
I'll go, look, question. This is what I think my mama has, but do you think, tell me what you think.
Well, this is the thing my friend was saying.
When you go
to the doctor, you basically are going because hi.
Hey, Tina.
You basically know you have, like, if you have, I hate to use the mucus thing because you say ew, but it's like if you have colored discharge, there's an infection somewhere in there. So it's no big surprise that he'll say, well, I think you have an infection at this point, and whatever. I mean, like, they never just all of a sudden say, well, I think it's like colitis because your nose has mucus. Right. I mean, no, like, usually they say, we'll give you antibiotics, go home.
Right.
Anyway, but occasionally when they surprise you, that's when you really need the doctors, because they might say something's really wrong. I don't know.
Right. That's right. I like it when I have a good rapport with the doctor. That's why I hate going to new doctors.
I love my old doctor.
Yeah. Like my mom's doctor that she does her throat stretching with and stuff, she's gone. Yeah. So now we have to find somebody else to see. So I called, I sent the note to the regular doctor. I'm like, hey, can you refer us to somebody? Because she moved out to the boonies. And I'm just, I don't know that I can find the time to drive an extra hour to go there. But
so all you medical professionals, let me ask. I've already called the place I had the tooth extracted from twice, 3 times. 3 times I called, but one time I don't even think they took a message. So she said that person was going to call me today. Do you feel like I should then say, hey, it's already 10:48, or by then it'll be 11 or 11:30? I'm like, can I have some information? Anyway, I don't know. I feel like sometimes squeaky wheels get grease. I'm trying to be very nice about everything. I'm saying thank you so much for your help, but I want them to know that I'm trying to get my appointment before the next person.
Oh, Claudette. Oh, I know what you're saying, Stephanie. And no, I would not automatically think that they're an ex-addict or something like that, because they could have an actual allergy to that medicine.
Well, I have, when I was getting various surgeries. I know that there's one kind of triplicate pain pill that makes me itchy, but there's one that doesn't. And then they'll say, well, that's a pretty strong pain pill. And I'm like, okay, but I mean, if you give me a certain amount, once I had like a really bad surgery and they gave me a lot, then the last time they gave me like 10, and that doesn't last very long. But I mean, as soon as I don't feel that I'm kind of responsible for that. Part of the reason you don't want to take them so much is like they're constipating. They can be addictive, but when you're in that kind of pain, you're not getting high. It's no
it's
fun
just
at
taking
all.
care of the pain.
Yeah, it's knocking it down to a level where you're not like crying about it. And I know, like when I was in the recovery room, they were giving me shots of stuff that was sort of a short duration. I don't know what it was, but it was making me feel really loopy. I wouldn't want to feel like that a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, some people just automatically, I don't know.
You're right. I believe that people come up with some kind of story that makes it sound like they want the pain meds. And my husband won't take them anyway, even if he is in pain. And he says, I throw those prescriptions away. And I'm like, why? And he said, he's worried. I don't know what he's worried about. Does he think if he takes one that he's going to be an addict? I mean, if you're
some people do think that, and it's a real fear that they have. But
he says, I don't want any of that. And I'm like, sometimes you need it. You don't need to be on it sometimes for more than like a day or two, but you need something.
Right. Yep. That's it.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I don't want to take any medicine really. I would rather just not be on anything.
I tell you what, Claudette, I prefer sometimes a nurse practitioner over a doctor. However, this one new nurse practitioner that I have at our doctor, I do not like her at all.
Is she conceited? Does she act like she knows more than the doctors?
Yes.
All right. My last nurse practitioner visit, he was very thorough, but he also acted like he knew more than the doctors did, which was interesting. I don't know. Do you think doctors are just thinking about the next patient? And so like sometimes maybe they're thinking about their tea time. I don't really know what they're thinking about. Like, oh, I got to go golfing later. But sometimes I only had one really special doctor who he would like grab your hand and he'd say, you're doing so good. And I'd be like, who does that? He's like, he feels like family. It was nice. It was so nice. I'm going to miss him. And then every time I've been to his practice in the last year, he's been not available. So I've had to go to his colleagues. They're very nice people, but they're not him. And I missed him.
Right. Like the nurse practitioner my mom sees for her at the pain clinic for her knee injections and stuff. I love her. She's awesome. She will get her in to do, her procedures and stuff quicker than that doctor will. So I don't know. Some nurse practitioners I prefer, but some I really don't like.
I'm going to try to now.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
You forgot it was Thursday. What you doing in the kitchen, girl? What you cooking? I know. I forgot to ask Debbie what she's cooking today.
Do you make curries? I love curry. I forgot kind of how to make curry. I want to make a curry. My husband might.
But Dad, you said your sugars have been high. Just watch out you don't have an infection or something brewing, honey, if there's no other reason for it.
I know they said my sugars would go up if I had steroid injections.
Oh, yeah. Steroids will definitely make it go up. Hey, Angela.
Hi, Angela. How are you? Hello to anybody I missed. If I missed you, I'm not being mean. I'm preoccupied with getting a dental appointment. And my mouth is starting to hurt a little.
Yeah, well, like Robin said, they're not going to call you till this afternoon.
Do you hear the wind? Things are hitting the house. Debris from trees are smacking against the house. Is my dog still? Yes, he is.
Oh, that sounds like it smells delicious. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I made 4 cakes yesterday.
You did. I wanted to I never saw Tony go after any kind of thing I made as much as the last candy I made. He was eating it like crazy, which was surprising to me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That'll make it go high. Lindsay Ann,
how's it going? You and that
well,
Bon dog in the snow.
Yeah, my husband gets the cellulitis often. Last night, I noticed when I was getting in bed, I'm like, your shin is a little red. And he goes, oh, it's not. I'm like, well, damn it, I see it. You know, man. Apparently, they can't see red either. Oh,
I'm rolling my eyes.
I know.
You know, they don't want to say that it. Do you know how many times I told my husband there's there's like a irregular mole on his back and he should get it checked out, and hopefully it's nothing, but it's getting bigger and it's irregular. It's dark. I'm like, it's like, dude.
Well, let me just tell him this. My husband's mother died from a malignant melanoma on her back because she didn't tell anybody.
I had a friend whose brother passed at 54 from he had a little bump on his leg and he used to like pick at it. And I had an aunt who passed away from it. Anyway.
Yeah. And his mom was 42. So
that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say kind of silly stuff like, if you pass away from this, I'm gonna be murderously. We're not allowed to say certain words on YouTube, but yeah, I'll stomp on your unalive body. If you die from something dumb, you know, we're all gonna die. That's for sure. You know, nobody knows when. Well, some people might know a little more, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't have an expiration date, but like to die from a pimple or a mole,
right?
Like
exactly,
because it's on the outside. You make food for Roxy. I have my Roxy. Aw, that's nice.
It must have been good, Cheryl.
Yeah, the dogs love it. I'm assuming Roxy is a dog because my Roxy is a dog. Her Roxy could be a cat.
All right, Jane.
I
think Jane's almost finished. Is this her last week of work?
She's Oh.
Wow. Fur babies are the best, Claudette.
I love my fur babies. I don't know if I wonder if I can handle a new puppy though. I'm not saying I'm getting one. Norton was such a handful. And well, he also came during
a handful. Oh
man, I wish almost, but I don't really wish. You don't know the story. Well, you heard it because I was on the internets with you. But the Amish neighbors came with their horses into my driveway, which they don't usually do, and they brought over some cookies and a bread, and they don't, I was so happy. Somehow Roxy ran out the door, and she ran around the horse, and then she ran away, and then Norton followed, and there was snow everywhere, and I had the Crocs with the holes in the thing. So as I'm running in the snow, my feet are getting wet. And when I started to go back to the door, I slipped on the snow because I have a depression near the driveway, and I fell, and my glasses went flying, and I was like, "Oh
Well,
my!"
but before that, she tells me her husband's outside on the ladder. So when you go, oh no, and I'm thinking, oh shit, Tony fell off the ladder. And my mom was like, well, talk to her, ask her. And I said, Mama, she can't hear me. She just went outside. And she keeps telling me, call her, tell her. I said, Mom, she's outside.
I couldn't have. There's no way I would have heard. My head was like, it's deer hunting season with rifles now, and my dogs are deer colored, and I kept thinking, and all I hear is gunshots up the mountain. So the dogs hit it up the mountain, and I'm like, my dog's gonna get shot, and that's what I was thinking. Oh my!
Wow.
It was such a crazy thing.
I'm glad y'all caught her. I'm glad you didn't get hurt, and I'm so glad Tony didn't fall off the ladder.
Well, my neck really does hurt, and we're just not like it. The reason I didn't paint this week is because of that. I'm in pain because like when I landed, it hurt, and I'm hurting.
I'm sure you fell hard, with just.
I went down on my hands, and then my face hit the ground, and the glasses went flying, and the Amish lady picked them up. So I said, please hold them, because I figured, what's going to come next. I'll get up and stomp on them like that kid in A Christmas Story. I knew that was coming. And I'm like, get them out of the way.
Oh my God.
And I just, at some point, I said to Roxy, just please come home. Because she was running toward me, and I could see that look in her eye, like, I still got one good run left in me. And like, just please come in. I trapped Norton in the car.
Oh, God. She's like, but let me go, Mom. Just let me go.
Oh, my God. And every now when she lays down, every once in a while she goes, oh. She makes like a noise, and I'm like, yeah, because you ran like the width, just running like a herd dog, like a sheep dog.
I know when Bella gets out, like she'll run and then she stops, and I'm like, come on, Bella, and then she'll wait to get right into it, and she takes off again. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna kill you. It's like then she ends up three streets down because
I think sometimes someone said that what they do is they just like, they almost like say, I'm not chasing after you, and they like almost play dead, but you can't do that in the snow.
Right. We can't do it in the middle of the street either.
No. Well, I mean, my street usually isn't that heavily trafficked, but like you get like, there's a good deal of traffic in the early, and then the people coming home.
Right.
I mean, it's the only main road, but because we're in the middle of nowhere, as they say, there's more sheep than people here, for sure. But there are people, and then as she's running around on the road, this car is coming up the road, and I was waving to them to say, roll down your window so I could say, please don't run over my dog, because she's she likes to run on roads because she has OCD. So
can't run in grass on the road.
Well, she did come back down and then run toward me on the grass, but it's the one car that lives up the hill that never ever waves or anything, and they didn't stop for nothing. Whatever.
Yeah.
We don't know the names. I know one house. There's a man and I have their names, but we just never really nobody's really stopped to talk to us, which is, it's good and bad. I don't know. I would like to at least have said, hi, how are you? And, let's exchange numbers. So if we can help each other out at any point, that's cool.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Wow.
When my mom had her second round of chemo, she became like allergic to it, and they just stopped treatment, and she asked me, when am I going back? And I looked at her and I was like, I almost was like, I don't know. And then she went, oh. And I was like, man, that was sad.
Yeah.
It was sad. But some people are good. If they're alert, they're like, some people are okay, not having their bit of chemo. Because my dad was on a pill that didn't make him that sick, but he got side effects, which were not good. But my mom, when she was taking her infusions, she was really nauseous. Cancer, everybody in my family's had cancer. So, you wonder what's happening.
Yeah. Well, I know, they call this area Cancer Alley because we all have all the plants and chemical plants and stuff.
It's sad. I was always saying, like, I don't want to be having these like non-stick pans, but after having like 3 of my new pans be really scorchy, I said to my husband, do you think we should try to get one of those newfangled ones that are probably lying that they're healthy? And he's like, something's going to take us out. And I'm like,
why not just the old pan, Oh my God. Crazy.
It would be kind of nice to cook something, have it not be like completely stuck on the pan. I really miss, I'm going to bring if I bring my cast iron skillet here, I have nothing to cook on Jersey when I go back. Yes.
Yes, definitely.
I agree. Well, my grandfather on my father's side passed away in his 50s, and I'm in my 60s. And his mother passed away in her 30s, early 30s, and I'm still in my 60s. So that side of the family didn't have a lot of longevity. And and his father at 57 died from shoveling snow. He had a heart attack. He had a widowmaker, and it was like boom. And at that same age, my dad had a heart attack, but they saved him because he got to the hospital despite the fact that my mother was brushing her teeth. Okay, anyway.
You need to let that go. Let it go. Where are you, Teresa?
Yeah,
exactly, John. Take each day serious because and treat it like it's our last, because you never know.
True.
I mean, my husband's sister went to sleep to take a nap and she never woke up. She was, had a reaction between her meds, and it's just crazy.
It is kind of crazy. And the people who have sleep apnea, sometimes they'll just stop breathing, and then actually if you try taking a nap, it wouldn't be the worst. For me, it's horrible. It's
well
horrible.
To me, that's the way. If I had to go,
I'm just saying, watching my loved ones have sicknesses that illnesses that took them, that's very heart-wrenching. And it can't be fun for any. It's no fun. It's not fun. It's not a fun thing. But something quick. My friend's father said, if I'm gonna die, I would like to have something that like kills me within 5 minutes, and then I'll be grateful. And he had one of those heart attacks that killed him quick. So they said at least he got his wish in a way, that he didn't have a long drawn out painful thing.
Right. Exactly.
No, not. And he was doing sports. He was into sports. So they just said it could have been worse for him in that situation.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
So what's on the agenda for you today?
I have to go shopping with Marie.
Okay. And why?
Because she can't do it by herself. Marie, if you're listening, she knows I hate shopping. I hate shopping. I don't like to shop anymore.
If you heard the amount of lung coughing and
I know
that I heard in the stores yesterday, you wouldn't go. It was like, I mean,
Marie is my youngest daughter, and she started a new job, and she has to go out of state for a week to do training, and she has to fly there. Well, she's never flown, so she's scared. But she's like, Mom, do you have a suitcase? I said, yeah, I do, but it's got stuff in it in storage, which I'll never find right now. So she's got to go buy a suitcase, and she's got to buy clothes, and she's got to buy, da 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 da.
Do you have a Marshalls near you?
She usually goes to Ross and Marshalls. So,
because they used to have like nice, reasonable luggage, like, but she can make sure, like, if she wants to do carry on, that like it's only 20 or 21 inches wide, because
yeah,
they make a fuss now if it's not.
Yeah. Well, and I told her, and I said, girl, make sure your luggage is not more than 50 pounds. I said, you don't need to pack all that crap. You don't need 10 pairs of shoes, and you're going to work. So you got this, this, and this. You put some jeans, you wear the same jeans a couple of days with a different shirt, you'll be fine.
And wear your heaviest shoes on the plane.
Yeah, but she says she doesn't have a heavy jacket because, we don't buy heavy jackets here. So, I have a sweater. I don't usually need a heavy jacket.
Yesterday I was wearing a zip jacket and this sweater over, my shirt, and zip jacket, like thin little nothing. And then today was wind chill 9, so I went into the down coat because it's cold.
Yeah, definitely, John.
John, that's true. I told my husband we don't have the death, like the little box you should have where you would put, like, when I'm dead, this and this be done. We don't have that. And I said, if you died, I would have no idea. And he goes, I wrote everything out for you. And I go, well, obviously it wasn't put in a death box.
Tell him, can you hand it to me so I know? It's like, don't put it somewhere and expect me to find it.
I'm getting a bank vault thing here, like the safe deposit box in a local bank.
Right.
And you put your list with, like, if I'm gone. Well, I mean, I actually do have a cemetery plot, but it's in New Jersey, so I don't know if I use it. But I would say, this is the account for my, check in my IRA, whatever, just tell people. So
I might have to look. I don't know if they have any around here today, Glenn. I didn't think about that, but usually she can get a pretty decent one, but she's so rough on suitcases. I don't know what she does with them, but and I hate clothes shopping. I guess that's the deal. I don't like clothes shopping with people who can't just go and say, I want this and I'm done. Right. I go in the store, I get what I want, and I go. That's it. I'm done. Bam.
I don't even like going retail clothes shopping now, because once you know that you can get a shirt for $6, you don't want to pay $36 or $46.
Right. I just don't want to walk around, and then 5 minutes later we go to the first thing that was in our hands. I don't like shopping, especially at this time. And then I'll get to the point where I don't know if it's a panic attack or what, and I'm like, I got to get out of here. Kind of like, I don't like it. Me too, Debbie. Me too. And she hates thrifting, so I can't say, oh, let me take her to a really nice thrift store and she can look for some stuff,
I just found out the local bank has a safe deposit box for $30 a year. I think it's kind of worth it to just know that, your car title and your deed.
We got a fireproof box. That's what we throw everything in.
Well, I don't Unfortunately, I didn't have children, so nobody's going to be fighting over my stuff. There'll be a dumpster outside, and I told my husband to call you, and and I said, if you don't come up with that van, you're going to this out because he's going to toss out. He'll be tossing out sterling with the papers. So
Right.
I'm just saying.
So I guess I better jump on, like, get in my car and drive fast.
Call him and make arrangements. And yes, I'm just saying, like, well, I would rather somebody at least know that. I was putting, like, I didn't want to write jewelry on boxes because I thought that's like blinking red signs to like crooks or even the movers to peek in. So I was putting like Jew something. He goes, "Are you being an anti-Semite?" I'm like, "Shut up, man."
Oh my God.
So I'm like, I was putting
like just a J on it.
I was putting like jewelry, Jew to.
Just put J's room. They'll think it's a person.
Yeah, anyway. It was so stupid. I have Jewish relatives. I am not anti-Semitic. Believe me. Anyway, I'm just saying there will be a dumpster outside and everything. And if it's, I mean, I hate to say if it was like still in a box, it probably wasn't worth anything. Some of the stuff in my boxes, I don't even remember that I've had it, and they could be worse stuff. It would be totally worth it to come and get, I believe. I'm just saying, I think it would. So. Because he goes, what would you even do? Like, he goes, what? He says, when we were talking about the price of gold, I said, well, it was higher like 9 months, like a year ago or whatever, but it's still way higher than it was when my parents were married. And he goes, the price of gold? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, why? And I said, because I want to sell something and I'm waiting for it to be good. And because they'll sell you can have a golden diamond necklace and they'll give you scrap money for it.
Right.
But at least wait till the scrap money's good, I guess.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know. Too funny.
My will. I used to say to my mom, throw me in a hefty bag and put me in the Paramus Park Mall dumpster because you visit that place every Saturday. And then and I said, and I'm okay with that. And she's like, oh, you're so morbid. And I'm like, it's just the truth, man. Don't be like spending money on me after I'm gone.
Right. Wow, John.
That was my sense of humor to my mother. I have a morbid humor. What can I say? Oh, I'm getting hot. It actually warmed up.
You sending, if nobody pays you invoice, you're going to send them all to little Debbie. Is she going to be your collector? Oh, Lord. So, John, let us know when you're ready. We'll get you on our shows. A Monday, a Wednesday, or Friday. Or, both. Little Debbie's going to be John's enforcer.
He's saying I should sell stuff now. Where would I sell it anyway, though? I have to know. Where do you sell your stuff? When I was making jewelry, my teacher, who made a lot of gold jewelry for fancy people, he said, he would save up his shavings and his like little itty bitty pieces. And he said, well, I sent it in and I got $200. And I'm thinking, and we were all like, really? You got gold filings, you made $200 on? That's pretty good.
He must have a lot of filings.
That's what I was thinking.
That's great, John. To think I used to have over 2,000 listings. I think my highest was 2,500 listings on eBay. And then I just cut them back, and now I have less than 100. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. I'm going to tell you, I think the most I ever had was a little over 100. And it got to me to be like so much to deal with that I went down to about, I felt comfortable with like 60 to 75, but I was selling mostly clothes and jewelry. And it was, I don't know.
All my stuff was glass until I got so frustrated. I got rid of most of my glass.
I found that people said, like, you know, somebody told, I mean, I was watching some other reseller and she said, if you clean shoes, don't just put them in the cupboard, put bags around them and, you know, protect them. And so I started doing that. It made my life a lot easier because I used to, I had a stack of shoes I was selling. And once I had heels that were sitting in, like it went into like the back ends of another pair of shoes and it made a dent. And I'm like, now I can't sell the shoes. So anyway, it's
You have something coming to me.
selling clothes was hard.
It had your name on it, but no clues.
You're right. People foam at the mouth for dust. Somebody wrote like, wow, that pair of earrings you sent me was really nice. It would have been way nicer if there wasn't so much tarnish on them. And I'm thinking, up your ass. I go, I don't know. It was like the amount of, when you have tarnish, like it was cut, it had star cutaways, and on the inside it was patinaed. If I really cleaned them and there was no patina, people would complain about that. So I sent it to them, and that's what I started writing. They are going to be sent in the condition that they are. You could decide how shiny you want them. Basically.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, John. I'll be looking for it.
Yeah, well, it's hard.
Lord, I got so much to do today. I don't even want to think about it. My sister-in-law just called me. She wants me to make peanut butter fudge for her. Oh, the brittle has started. Hey, Gwen.
Have you? Did you? Yeah, you never made the chocolate coated brittle.
Yeah, it's that's what I said. The brittle has started.
I mean, I always said to your husband, like, I wanted the darker, you know, like the bitter, like what's
chocolate, not white chocolate.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, I'll send you some with chocolate. Even though I don't usually make it with chocolate, but I'll make some for you.
I bet you'll sell a ton of regular chocolate ones, but you know, whatever.
It tastes like toffee with chocolate, but it tastes like the cashew brittle it is with white chocolate. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. Well, I really like toffee, so I mean, being that I'm having dental work, it's probably not a good idea to eat anything like that.
Well,
but
yeah, just crunch it on the other side.
It was good. I want to make, every day I've been cleaning my kitchen, trying to be good, like clean the kitchen counters and dust mop the floors. And no matter what, because I have a sweater that has dog fur on the every time I reach across the stove, I look at it and there's like the dog fur is on it. And I'm like, how can I make things for people if my life is like this? I'm used to it.
I hear you. I get it.
I
don't know, John. When I did eBay a lot, when I looked at my, the grid they give you, whatever, it came out, my fees were like almost 50%. Now I did promoted listings and I did other stuff, but it was like, shit, that's a lot. I mean, I'm not making tons of money doing the auctions, but it's fun. It takes my mind off of stuff. It keeps me busy and I like it. And I like the people. I don't know. I'll list a few things, but I don't know if I need to do something. I mean, let me just put it up. I need to do something.
John is saying, stop worrying about what people think. Do
Right.
you know? He doesn't know me. It's like, I think worrying is in my DNA. I can't help. I think if I didn't worry, I would just cease because that's how I live. Anyway, but if I'm going to send you cookies and there's like a dog hair sticking out of it, I think you'd go into the trash.
Oh,
Anyway,
wow.
I would never
I
sell
don't
it.
know, Janice. I don't know. Well, let me, about the promoted listings, John.
That's right, Steph.
I did promote it at trending rate, and I cap it at 10. And every time I would lower it, my sales would plummet. So I did take it totally off now. And now I only do 2 to 3%, whatever's the least you can do. But you know, if you list, you sell.
I want to tell you something. Something about not
Tell me.
it's selling, but it's selling art instead of selling what you sell. I was listening to this man who promotes artists, and he said, if you saw, let's just say, I mean, and I know we're like the kind of people that are bargain hunters, but if you were going down like in a store and almost everything was like $100 or $200, if you saw something for 30, wouldn't you assume that maybe the $30 thing wasn't as good as the ones that were like 100 to 200? I mean, not that it's like on sale, it's just a $30 thing. He said that people perceive the $30 thing as not being as good as the ones that are between 100 and 200. So he said, if you're in a gallery selling a painting and you make all your paintings 200 and all the other people are selling their paintings between like $1,000 and $5,000, you're not going to sell your painting unless you make it about the same as everybody else's. So somebody did that. They took all the stickers off and made them the same as like the other people's prices, and they sold art. And he called that guy up and he just said, thank you so much, because it's just perceived value. Oh, and he also said, like, you know how you have your nice logo, I love it, like with the pelican and the bright colors. He said across social media, use that same logo, because once you have a brand, it like should follow you around. So people will be like, oh, I know that person. And and like, you know.
Right. Exactly. I don't know. I don't like I used to. It's a shame. I do not work eBay like I should anymore. And it's like I went on vacation, and when I got back, I stopped.
Just make everything more money when you go back listing. And I know that some people can get things less, but like if you make it cheaper, or even if you make it more money but include shipping, if you know that you could cover that.
Yeah.
Because some people were making things really, really cheap, but they were charging a lot for shipping. And it sort of is deceptive.
Yeah. No,
I don't know.
See, and I don't believe in that. I
don't either.
I charge you what I get charged for shipping. So.
Okay. I believe that you shouldn't not get what you're charged. But some people, but you know, like when you buy the bubble wrap and when you buy, let's say, very high mil plastic coverings, and you're spending like $5 more than the next person who's putting in a freaking popsicle box and throwing it in with some supermarket circulars, you deserve an extra $1 or $2.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
You deserve a little bit of handling money.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, you know, eBay used to give you that percent, but I find now, like if I put like it was £3 and it was £3, the discount that I got from eBay was my cushion money, but it's not like that anymore.
I heard it's a lot of things.
Yeah. So I don't know.
We'll keep up with the people who write about what should I do, you know, like in this situation, that situation. And then someone said, you know, should I charge handling? Almost everybody said, yeah. And I was like a little surprised because some people say, well, that's the price of doing business. And I'm like, and some people were like, no, my wrapping cost me an extra,
Mm-hmm.
like I have to pay way more than just stuff you find laying.
Okay. John says he charges a flat fee, which includes his shipping supplies. But you see, I do glass. I did a lot of glass. So it's hard to do a flat rate shipping because it would be, I mean, sometimes, it would be so high sometimes compared to other things that it was hard to really calculate a flat fee with glass.
Well, I started shopping with people who did something like where they'll say the initial fee is $5, and then every other item you add on will only be $1 extra, and then it kind of made you want to almost add on to the purchase because you're getting a box, and then it will be so much less. I don't know. There's
Mhm.
like some psychology behind some of that stuff too.
Right.
Like,
Oh, I'm not brand loyal either, or to any company. It's where I can get it the cheapest. Sometimes I can go to our bargain deal store, those dollar deal stores, and sometimes I am blessed with shipping supplies in there. So, not often. In the beginning, I was blessed a lot, and I'm still using those bags, but it's the boxes that kills you.
I have a lot of shipping supplies that I'm not throwing away. So
Right.
we will see. I don't even remember what I spent on that stuff. Honestly, I blocked it out. I I will at some point probably sell stuff again, but not for a while. That's all I'm saying. Until my house is sold and everything is here.
Wait, I gotta share something. He's so silly. Scott, you are so silly if you're watching. Teresa's husband says to me, he says, with all my aches and pains, I'm afraid I have that Chinese disease, yang no mo. Ah. Oh, I like Michael's too. I had a $10 reward at Michael's.
Oh, nice.
So I bought my granddaughter wants to learn how to crochet. So I bought her some yarn and some crochet hooks.
Is
You
Miss Tina
know.
around?
Who?
Miss Tina.
Tina? Tina's here. Or she was here. Tina! Tina, Tina!
I need some art supplies. She seems to come up with art supplies more than other people. I'm ready to buy some. I need some heavy duty watercolor paper and some paintbrushes. I'm just gonna probably get them. But I mean, not just any paintbrushes. I want to get.
Let me tell you, you will be surprised. But okay, yeah. Oh, did you hear, Tina? Susie's looking for some nice art supplies. If you come across art supplies,
Yeah, I remember when she had this like thing as paintbrushes, and I thought, oh, I really want to get that, and I didn't get it. I think someone else bought it though. But I know that you come up with paintbrushes and art supplies somehow. I've been looking around the thrift shops just to see rice paper and canvas. I want to use cotton paper. Had like 140 cotton paper. Why am I? Anyway, I think I got a message I need to look at.
yeah, I know. I usually, like, if I weigh myself stuff, say like if I weigh something I'm going to ship, I add 2 pounds because then that usually covers the box, the packing paper, the bubble, all that. And I usually write. What? You got an appointment? Yay! 2:00 today?
On the 18th. When is that? I got an appointment on the 18th and the second part on the 19th. Good. Yay.
Awesome. So glad. So glad. So glad.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you can. So I might be here by myself. My husband might be in New Jersey, but All right,
Yeah.
I
know
feel
Nanny
like
and Victoria do flat fees. Do what?
I'm so happy I could spend $700. I don't even get it. This is the stupidest thing. It seems like a win because there's no dental hygienist in all of Central Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Oh my God.
right. Exactly.
Man, I feel like celebrating. If I was a drinker.
Tina said tie a string to the door.
No, they already yanked the tooth out. That was the cheapest thing of all the things that they're going to do for me. Somebody told me that they think at Aspen Dental that the dentists aren't really dentists or dental students, but the guy working on me had an NYU scrub on. And I said, did you go to NYU dental school? And he said, yes. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking there ain't no way he's commuting to Manhattan from here.
She's in Central Jersey when she's in Jersey, right?
Yeah, Central. I'm in Somerset County. I'm in Somerset County, New Jersey. I'm in Central Jersey and Central Pennsylvania. We like the center of things so far. But man, you know what it is? Pennsylvania is very populated on the east part and it's very populated on the west part. And in the middle, there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, there is Harrisburg, which is the state capital, but I don't know. I could turn you around. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? There's nothing there for miles. Can you really see?
Yeah,
really.
you can. I mean, you can sort of. You can see the mountains in the background. Oh, John, I was saying that Nana Tink and Victoria do flat rate shipping. Like if it's up to a certain amount or whatever.
I wish I was in the Hamptons. I'm so rich I could live in the Hamptons. No, I'm living in the middle of, I'm on the edge of nowhere, they said. All right, someone said I'm in the middle of nowhere. I am living halfway up a mountain in the Kishikokillas Valley.
The Kishikokillas.
The Kish Valley, where and my neighbors
John
are
says nice pig.
mostly Amish. My pig was weighing my iPad like up. There's a pig down the road that looks like this pig, and one day we stopped, and the pig ran to my husband, and I thought, "Oh my God, so cute." I mean, I'm such a sap that I think one day I won't see that pig because they'll be eating pork chops, and I'll be miserable. But anyway. I got that pig at a country auction in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I build boxes, Elizabeth. Like I'll do weekly things, but if somebody says, "Hey, I need you to," like if they only have one thing for $3, I'm going to ask them, "Do you want me to hold it, or do you want me to, send it?" And some people will either say send it or hold it, but I don't have a problem with boxes.
Wilbur the pig. The pig down the road is a female. She had babies once.
Oh. So instead of Wilbur, she was Wilhelmina.
We used to have ponies in the yard next to our yard, but they got put into the stable, or the barn. So there's still sheep there, and then by our mailbox are goats, which I love. I love that.
Yeah.
To me, that's better than. I don't want to see. I don't know. Like I used to hear my neighbors, holler at each other, kind of stuff. I don't want to hear that.
I tell you what, Tina, that's where I took my mom, and they were okay. I mean, they did pretty good by her. It was a little bit more than 800, but I mean, she just had her new dentures, but they did pretty good. I mean, they were really nice people, and they did a nice job.
Tina, where are you though?
Tina's
Where's
in Tennessee.
an $800 cash? Maybe the South is way cheaper for dental stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
because it's going to cost me 700 and change just to get like some fillings on my teeth cleanings. But I need to have it done. I feel. I mean, look, I'm not a good follow-upper on it. Like, I will do this now, and then I will cancel my dental insurance probably and not go for another 3 years. So I'm not that good. If we had a dental school near here, I'd go. I used to go to the dental school and let them do my cleanings. So because the doctor was charging me $250 and the dental school was charging me $85, and that was a big difference. In New Jersey, everything's really expensive.
Right. Oh man. I've got so much to do. I don't know what to do first.
But wait, Stephanie, what's affordable? Is another chain? We don't have a whole lot of anything going on around here. Man, when is the 18th and the 17th? That's in a week?
That's next week. Today's the 12th.
I told him, just make appointments for me, and I don't care when they are. I'll just go. I mean, if it was going to be at 6 a.m, I would have gone. I don't care. I mean, at this point, it seems like a win. I literally called a dentist, and she's like, I'd be happy to make an appointment. Would you like July? And I'm like, July?
Jeez.
July. All right. This is the thing about Aspen. Yes, they are very expensive initially. Because I had this insurance, they gave me the prices, like they gave me the discount that they give to everybody who has this insurance, no matter if mine would have covered it or not. And then the guy who I was talking to gave me a coupon discount of $210 for each like section of work. So it worked out to be like a regular normal kind of price, if you know what I mean. Not super cheap or anything, but like not so bad. If I did not have the insurance or the discounts that they put, I would be really not going. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, Liz, but you do have to take all that in consideration. But that affordable denter's place was pretty good for, when we went.
I'm telling you, that dentist on YouTube who was saying how much he charges compared to other dentists, I was thinking, oh, wow, he's so much more reasonable than everybody. They also have a deal there that if you pay $39, which doesn't, in the long run of things, it's not a lot. It included like your initial exam and x-rays, and then they would give you 30% off certain procedures there. So that's actually a good deal, because another dentist down the road wanted to sell me a $395 Smile Saver plan. They were only giving 10% off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's a lot of money. I mean, it would have included your initial regular cleaning and x-rays. And I'm like, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Right.
I don't know, you have to speak up for yourself too. I told the guy, hey, by the way, I have AAA AARP. I mean, I just thought, you never know. They might have some kind of something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anyway.
Time is money.
Well, I'm probably gonna cancel my dental insurance at some point after I get a handle on what's going on with my mouth. And then, because if they only cover like $1,000 of stuff, I mean, but like I said, this company was giving me like discounts on that plan anyway. You just have to look into it. If you can get a Delta dental plan, even if you know like you need like just a crown, sometimes you can sign up for the plan, get the crown, and then like wait till the dentist is paid and then cancel it.
Right.
I mean, I know that sounds like cheating, but it's something you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So look
I
into
think
it.
you're right, Sleeping Bee.
What did she say?
Oh, dentistry and veterinary pricing is going off the rails.
Oh, there's such a lack of vets in America now that they said, like, I know, like they said, like I should immediately look for a vet for my animals, and they're giving dental veterinary students sign-on bonuses of like 150 grand to come to the practice because there's so few vets now. I don't know what happened to all the vets. When I was like of the age of college age, so many of my friends wanted to be veterinarians, and it's harder to be a vet than a regular doctor because you need to learn
so many animals. And but you know, there was a lot of little country vets who, like, you can go in there. I mean, you may have to wait a long time, but their pricing was, and now they're like, one retired, another one is just about ready to go, you know.
I have
Me too, John.
Me too. Tony, this was a sad story, but my mom got her supplemental Medicare through the AAA offers. And everybody, like, I mean, she unfortunately was very, very sick. So, you know, probably 90% of all the medical bills that she had were in the last few months of her life. And they said she's got great insurance. Like, she got to go to a skilled nursing facility for a little while, and they paid for it. I mean,
Jane.
What?
She said when she found out she would have to stick her arm up a horse or cow's butt. She said no to vet med.
I feel like, you know, I watched Dr. Pol, and
I love Dr. Pol.
They cancel him, by the way. But anyway, he's also wonderful. When I'm cleaning out Norton's ears and I have my finger in there and I have like the gauze or like the cleaning pad, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, they talk about like you have to feel around and learn. I'm like, some of the stuff they did in that show is so vile because I mean, I look at it and I'm like, whoa.
I know.
The first time
who's the girl? I keep forgetting her name. One of the main vets he had, and she would always get stuck doing the prolapse pig butts. She was like, well, baby, she would always have to do that. Oh God.
Oh man.
Look, let me tell you. You know, stuff like that doesn't bother me, you know, being a nurse, I guess. But like I told you, snot and vomit, that's my two that I just, it's off my list. You know.
I mean, I want to say that vomit was off my list, but like there's some times when it has to be on your list because like it's there and you gotta get rid of it.
No. My kids were like projectile vomiters when they were growing up. They never made it to the bathroom. I have a good husband. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all.
Okay.
That man cleaned more vomit.
I was gonna say my ex was good with vomit. I was like, that was fantastic. That was that was probably the best thing about this man. But no, I shouldn't say that. He could be listening. Anyway, never mind. But the vomit thing was good.
I remember
not so good
in nursing school, one of the girls, a good friend of mine, she had a stomach of steel. So, you know, we kind of traded off things that we didn't like
But you said you could deal with pus.
I can deal with poop, blood, guts. I don't care. Just don't give me snot and don't give me vomit.
But I used to be good with blood, but sometimes I'm not as good with the blood. But like when they had me do a decubitus clean out with the pus in it,
I love wound care.
right on the wound. It was coming up.
They used to call me the butt nurse because in home health I did all the wound care, so I loved it. And it was gross, but it didn't bother me.
The vomit thing is good. Said no one ever except Suzy. It's like, yeah, man. I'm saying he could clean it up and he would be like, no, it's okay, I got you. And I'd be like, I'm like, okay.
Oh no, John. Oh no, boo-boo. That is not what a nurse's aide. Because if you get a nurse who is not willing to clean something when they go into a room, then that is not a good nurse. That's just my opinion. If I go in a room and a person is full of crap or vomit, I'm going to clean it. I'm not going to say, oh, wait till your nurse's aide comes in. You know, just know a nurse's aide can make or break a nurse.
It's true.
Yeah. I wouldn't do what they do, like for a living. I mean, I respect them. Those ladies and men work hard.
They do. And they're so underpaid. I worked at a nursing home hospital for several years, and the nurses' aides were barely making more than like 50 cents above minimum wage. And they were doing so much. Now, not every one of them was nice. I have to say there were some grumpy ones, and some people didn't go out of their way at all. However, the ones that were always like repositioning their people and making sure that they were clean and neat, they were like gems, and they should have been treasured, like the treasure.
Because you can tell, and that goes in nursing and for nursing assistants. You can tell the ones who do it because they love it. Right. And you can tell the ones who do it because they need a job.
That's
just
right.
Saying.
I remember when I was walking around and I would lean over to the person and I would like try to judge if they were alert, if they'd like look me in the eye, or if, they would try to say hi. Mm-hmm. But I would like, if I could see that I wasn't getting a lot of response, I would go to their ear and I would say loudly, "Hi, Mrs. So-and-so. Can you hear me right now?" And then she would like look up and she goes, "Yes." And I would be, "Oh, how's it go?" And I would have a conversation. And then the nurses would say to me, or the nurses' aides actually, they'd be like, "That lady don't talk." And I'm like, "She talks, obviously." She probably, well, I hate to say it. These women had like very strong accents and they weren't trying to communicate. And like, if you don't take your time and do it a certain way, it's like,
oh, that's awesome, Janice. I tell you what, that's a hard job, honey. Hard job. My husband was a CNA. He did. And he would, like, I did home health for 20 something years. And I'd come home and I'd do something for a patient or whatever. I'd bake him stuff. And he goes, "I can't believe you do that." So one day I came home and he's baking a cake. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, it's Mr. So-and-so's birthday." I said, "That's it." I don't want to hear it anymore. Oh my God. You do. But home health is a different animal.
Right.
You got to know your patients on a whole different level than a hospital setting. You became part of the family. So. Yeah.
Norton is staring at me from the door. Maybe you can see it. Look, see. Can you see that, baby?
He's sad.
He's sad. He's crying. He's crying if he's in here, and he's crying if he's out there. He can't make up his mind. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Definitely. But it takes all kinds and all different, fields.
Sometimes the residents were so sweet, and some of them were like, would want to punch you in the head. But I don't know that they were like knowing what they were doing. Some of them, but
all right, Debbie.
Take care, Debbie. One of them would write me poems all the time, and I thought, that's so sweet. It's just so sweet. I don't know. There were some of them that I thought, like, oh man, if I could meet a man like that. Obviously not sick in a nursing home and younger, but
right.
You could tell some people had like good families and good hearts,
right.
And when the family was supportive, it was so nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Janice, it's like I used to say all the time. It's like if you're here for the money, then you're in the wrong place.
That's for sure.
You can flip hamburgers and get more money than what you're doing for what you do for a whole lot more work. So if you're not in it because you love it, go. Definitely.
When I worked I used to sell furniture and I made a decent salary, and then I stopped to do like the art therapy stuff, and I made half. And when my brother would, he was in business and he would talk about his bonuses, and I'm like, that's more than I make a year. And it would make me sad. And I'm like, that's just your bonus. I'm like,
right. I mean, we made decent money in home health, but of course you didn't have benefits and stuff. But when I moved and I worked at the veterans home for the state, and it was all war veterans. It started out, our home was called the War Veterans Home, but now it's just the Veterans Home. And it also takes wives, and then it will take children of Gold Star veterans. I think that's what it was. Gold Star? I don't know. Stephanie, you could probably tell me if that's what it's called. But but most nursing homes are predominantly women. Well, our nursing home was all men. We had maybe 5 women.
Well, how many of them wanted to pinch your butt? This is what another question.
All of them.
All of them, right?
Their filters were gone.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Some of the things that some of them said were vile.
Really?
But you knew their filter was gone. So you just, you let it go.
One guy kept saying to me, I want to see you naked. And I kept thinking, I bet you
I would just sit there and I'm looking and go, what? But I had the cutest little man because, I stopped working the hall and I had an office job. I was the MDS coordinator and I did medical billing and stuff like that. And he'd come, and I was with the nursing section because, you had to assess patients and stuff. And he'd come at my door. Hey, lady, you married? I said, yes, I'm married. You got children? I said, yep, I got 6. Oh, Lord, he said, I'm leaving. He'd come back an hour later. Hey, lady, you married? I said, yes, and he's a big old man, too. He goes, oh, I'm leaving. This little thing. I love that little man. Oh, right, exactly.
One guy used to propose to me every time he saw me. He goes, I would like to marry you. And I said, that's not going to work out. Well, why? I don't understand. I'm like, he goes, I'm not married and you're not married. And I go, yeah, but you're 85 and I'm 30. No, I just said, I'm an employee here. I'm not allowed to marry the residents. So sorry. You're out of luck.
Blue Star is a member who has passed. I'm a Blue Star mom. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so the like you didn't have, like, if your kid was not a vet, but they're, let's see, how was I saying that? If the kid is not a vet, but the dad was a Gold Star or something, then they can.
Would you mean like an officer to have a Gold Star, or do you mean something else? My dad was in the Army, but he wasn't an officer. No, come on.
Oh, that'll be nice for her. You'll be lonely though, Debbie. But Norton's busy today.
What?
I said Norton's a busybody today.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. it's the wind is so loud. It sounds like a freight train is rolling down the valley. It's loud.
Don't get too excited, Debbie. Her mom's going with her sister this weekend.
She's gonna be all alone.
I mean, for Christmas. Yeah.
Oh.
She goes, "Ooh, I'll be alone."
I don't know. I hate to say that. I would like it to be me and my husband, but that's because his sister lives like 5 hours away from here. And I don't want to bring the dogs to her house.
Tell that man to come over and visit. Wait, I missed something. What man? Oh, you talking to Debbie? Oh, I'm just starting a rumor. I don't know.
Do you hear? It feels like it is crazy windy outside.
Debbie's man.
Can you see the way the trees are moving?
I see it.
It's making the screens rattle. It's so.
The only thing I hear is, the guy that this is his building. He is a builder. So they're working in the shop today, and I can hear him sanding.
If I was in the shop, you probably wouldn't like half the things I'm yelling. We were painting a couple weeks ago. Every time we would put like paint where it should go,
Debbie.
Curses would come out of our mouths.
She said she's in agreement with Andrew and Jennifer.
Really?
Now, Debbie, Jennifer and Andrew is not here to defend.
I don't think
or
I know.
agree. Road Glide.
What's up with this Andrew? Is he hot?
Road Glide is. Andrew.
I don't know Andrew. I mean, I might have seen the name Road Glide, but that doesn't mean I've not seen him live or.
No, not live. Well, he came in when you weren't here one day. He came on.
He came on the set. Like, there's been a couple of guys that I've seen on the interweb, like occasionally, and I would think, well, they're good looking, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
I am married now. I'm a married lady. Back then, I wasn't married.
She goes, he's super rich.
That
counts, Debbie.
That counts. That makes up for like, don't you? I don't know. That's going to sound very superficial of me, but if you're nice and rich, wow. I mean, that's like fantastic. And if you're good looking, nice and rich, then there's no way I would.
She said she's 60 and he's like 30. So he's looking for a cougar.
Does he like older women?
That's too funny.
You never know. I had when I was single, so many young guys were trying to get up. It was crazy. I was like thinking, I could totally be your mother's older friend. Shut up. And he'd be like, and people were saying, I still like you. I go, there is no way I'm going to be going out with you. And then I'll meet your mother and she'll look like way younger than me. Hell to the no. I'm not. That's not happening.
Oh, that'd be great stuff. Thank you.
I am not going to date a guy who could be less than myself.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
No.
I was at the doctor with my brother-in-law and my sister, and he goes, when the doctor come in, it was a young guy, and he goes, "That's how I know I'm getting older." He goes, "The doctors are looking younger." It's like so true.
The doctors look so young sometimes. Even like nearly 20 years ago, they were looking really young to me. Like when you go to teaching hospitals and you see the doctors coming in, I'd be like, really? I'm like thinking, you look like, I don't know. You look like you're in high school. How could you be a doctor? Doogie Howsery.
Yeah. John says when you get older, it makes you think, are they after my house, my car, my totes of treasures?
Totally. I used to think that when
Oh,
I was talking to some guy and he kept saying, I really like you, but I really want to move to Florida kind of thing. Will you move with me? And I said, I'm not moving to Florida. He's like, well, why not? I go, well, my house is here because you own a house. And I was so excited about saying,
game change.
you own a house? I'm like, hey. And he's like, well, then maybe I'm not in a rush to move to Florida. I don't make click. I don't want to talk to this guy.
Right. Totally the total treasures, definitely.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I think what like I would consider a treasure, like Tony considers stuff to go into the dumpster. So it doesn't always equate in the same way.
right.
And that's the thing too.
Exactly, Debbie.
Tony gets bonus points to me because he saw me when I had an entire room full of resale stuff. An entire room from floor to like almost up to this 3/4 up the walls. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I have some. It makes you sound funny when you say I had some gay friends. One of my best friends back in the day was a single gay man, and yeah, there was times when they were not that picky, for sure.
What's not true, Debbie? I mean, Tina.
But I mean, what I mean by picky is different from what he would think is picky. Depends what they were doing. I'm from New York City. There was a lot of weird stuff going on when in the 80s. Oh my god. How many bisexual men do I know? Right now, probably none. I don't know. I hope I don't know any. If you're talking about my husband, I hope he's not. He just said that if more than one person was interested in him, then everybody was going to go home disappointed. So I feel comfortable that he's not out to be dating other people. At this age, no, for sure.
Right. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in the dating world.
In the 80s, I met a lot of gay men that asked me out. And I used to think, why am I so attractive to men that are homosexual? Like, am I manly? What is it about me that makes them want to date me? So it made me a little strange. It made me feel weird that like these gay guys would ask me out. I'd have fun. We go out like as friends. But yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in the dating pool in this world today.
In New York City, it was easy to be out for sure. But that's because it was New York City and there were like gay clubs everywhere.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Well, somebody, if you didn't come out for 22, somebody over here in central Pennsylvania, you kind of have to be in a city because yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of people out here who are like huntery kind of guys, and I don't know. I mean, my realtor out here was gay, and he said going to State College School, Penn State, made all the difference in the world because he felt like he wasn't going to get beaten up because he was gay and he had gay friends and he could go to like I hate to say that there's like 1 or 2 gay bars in the whole area, but that's probably it,
Right.
But yeah, my friend Pascal, who I used to hang out with and go on vacations with, and we were like really, really close. And he obviously was interested in me. He wasn't bisexual at all. And my mom was like saying, isn't it unfortunate that he's not straight? Because like you two get along so well. And I thought the reason we get along so well is because we're not dating. I think it's because we're just like friends.
Right, you're friends.
We could dish on guys and go out dancing and not care. I mean, that's why we were friends. It was fun.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
look, it doesn't matter who you are or what you are to me, you know. I mean,
honestly, I mean, as long as it's two consenting adults, three consenting adults, I don't really care. I mean, don't get me involved in it if it's something really weird. But you know,
look, my daughter-in-law, who is married to my daughter, is the best partner. Well, they married now, so the best wife that my daughter could have ever found, because her husband, hmm, we won't go there, but anyway,
I think,
exactly.
and I think that that's great. Oh, oh, oh. Tony dropped a plastic bag and it's rolling down the yard. If it goes up in one of the trees, it's gonna be hard to get.
Content, girl, content.
No. I feel like I want to run out after it, but I don't think I'll catch it. Okay.
Exactly.
My Amish neighbor said to me yesterday, I saw a really big deer running through my lawn, and she was like, "Oh, you saw a deer?" She was thinking like I should have got a rifle and had dinner, and
Yeah,
and I said it went through my yard so fast. By the time I would go to get a rifle, it's practically like on the other side of the mountain.
and
But
then you would have to know how to shoot said rifle. So
well, quite frankly, there would be a good chance I would miss the deer and kill a sheep or a human being down the way. So, like, I don't know if that'd be too illegal. She has 45 acres over there. She could probably, they could shoot and not hit anything. But anyway,
yeah,
you know, I
ex-
I really do feel like people should have an open mind, because I know a lot of people don't, and they feel like something's not right. I feel if you're happy and it makes you happy to be with whoever you want to be with, I don't care who you love. I don't care who you pray to. I want you to be a happy person. And like I said, as long
exactly.
I'm not tolerant of people who are attracted to kids. That's not cool with me. But other than that, I'm very cool. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yep, exactly, Tina. A human is a human.
That's
Skin
right.
is, yep. I've learned that, and if you're not open in the world today, it's hard to live, you know.
So where are you from, John? John the reseller. Where do you live?
John, the reseller, said he wants an Amish neighbor.
Well, move to central
Suzy's Amish
Pennsylvania.
neighbor brings her sweets.
They're really what do they give him? Amish neighbors?
I said, your neighbor, Amish neighbor, gives you sweets.
She gave me okay, I've been taking her to the buggy shop.
The buggy shop. Not the
I,
car dealership, the buggy
it's
shop.
been taking her to get her buggy wheels repaired. So she gave me a cherry pie, she gave me a bread, and she gave me some kind of molasses cookies. They were really good.
Ooh, yum.
The cherry pie
He's
is
in
pretty.
California.
Oh, okay. That sounds nice to me. When you wake up and it's like 93 wind chill.
Sorry.
I want to go out. I always wanted to go to California. I probably can catch that bag if I leave now. It's coming near me. Hold on. Can you excuse me and have nobody around for a minute?
How come all of a sudden everybody's calling me? Oh my goodness. Yes, she drives for them, John. She made friends with her. First they went to she went to thrifting with her. And the next she brought the little lady to, I think the man jumped in the back seat, and then I think they threw the buggy wheel in the back of the truck. So, and they had to bring it to the buggy place to get fixed or something. And then he said, "Don't worry about me. I'll find a way home." So her and the lady finished doing their shopping. No, they don't have electricity. I think she said, like, she asked them about freezers and they used. You got the plastic bag.
That was roller coaster. It was cold out. Woo! You know you're alive when it's that cold.
Oh, that'll be good, John.
I guess.
You got a bingo on Monday, Debbie?
What's going on? What'd I miss?
My sister-in-law would love you. Oh, we were talking about you and your Amish friends and how
She
you.
says, do they have electricity? No, they do not have electricity. However, they're cheating on the test, I feel. These Amish people rent a space 5 miles away and they have access to a freezer, which uses electricity. So they're cheating on the test. They also, a few of the farms share a telephone and they have a machine. So they feel, I don't, so they have a phone, but they don't have cell phones. Anyway,
Sean is going to take a nap. Good night, Sean.
Good night. I found out that she dumpster dives every once in a while, which I think is kind of cool. And she's pretty frugal. So anyway, there's one guy down the road who's in an electric wheelchair. And I said, how does he charge up? But they have some solar panels. So they're harnessing the sun's electricity.
So is that allowed?
Yeah.
So if they put
maybe
solar panels on their roofs, they can do that?
They had it on the side of their house. And my husband said, yeah, they're charging up that guy's wheelchair. But if you think they're not powering a washing machine, I bet they are. I mean,
maybe
they have motorized.
I mean, why not? I know it's their religion, but why not make life a little easier?
If you come, Monday is like a big wash day here. And then when they're hanging it was raining really hard. So they're hanging it on the porch. But, between the cold and the rain, the stuff's hanging and getting frozen. And then the next day they'll put it out on the line. But they have the ringers that I don't know if they hand ring. I know some of the guys are very handy and they have some sort of, they can rig it up to work. I don't know if they use like gas or kerosene or some sort of thing.
Right. Yeah.
Amish-ish. They're very frugal. Oh my gosh, they're so frugal. And there's a store that they shop at, and I went there a few times with like my friend, and now it's like I can't not go back because the stuff there is so reasonable. She uses a lot of bleach. But I mean, I'm always concerned because I have the radio on and I curse a lot. And I said to her, I go, I'm just scared if I hang out with you and I let some of my words fly, you're going to get offended. And she goes, I know all the words. She goes, we don't like to use them, but we know them all. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, and I bet they use them on occasion. Right, so John? Suzy found a honey hole.
I'm telling you, I bought food there that was like literally half the price of the super. Now, a lot of it's very near to the expiration date, and occasionally it's past the expiration date. However,
he said, but you're not getting to heaven, Suzy, for that. You might be earning a couple stars, John.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
But yeah, the dumpster diving thing I found interesting. She wanted me to pull into like a supermarket, a restaurant's behind it, because she says they throw out these really big bottles. And I was like, so I didn't understand. But I think they use the bottles to like put like, maybe they boil them and put milk in it, or I don't know.
Okay.
But some sort of thing. I went to an Amish auction thing and I didn't really catch on to what was happening at all. And I was asking guys like that were walking by, are these things sold? And some of them weren't talking to me. They were speaking that German or whatever they speak. And anyway, I asked her, I said, are men allowed to talk to women? Because I know in some ultra religious, sects, I'll say, like that, men aren't really supposed to talk. And she says, no, yeah, they'll talk. They don't usually strike up a conversation, but if you ask them a question, they should answer.
Right, they'll answer. Gotcha.
I hope. Well, they could shun me, but it's not the first. The only thing we were a little bit concerned about was, like we said, if they park their horses on our driveway, we have gravel and it'll never leave. But if they put the horse butt like on the lawn, it'll be okay.
Right.
Tony said I drove on the lawn yesterday with the truck and I made a right, and he was mad. I'm like, oh well. Yeah, we're living in the country now. I'm gonna make a rut.
Ruts happen. I fuss my son all the time. I'm like, John, you're making ruts in my yard. Oh, Mom, it'll be okay.
We still have a rut from the time we got stuck in the mud. That was funny. How old is she? She's in her late 50s or middle to late 50s. But she thought she was around my age, she said. But, she goes,
those are the treasures, John.
John, if you were from like the Depression mindset and you had an old T-shirt, quite frankly, they were really nice to dust with if you've ever done it.
Yes.
Like you spray the end dust and you do that. Oh, thank you. You can't see as much as I could see, but yeah. I feel like I'm in my 80s, but yes.
Oh, me too. Oh my God, I feel like I'm in my 80s.
It's just like I fell the other day when the dogs ran away. I slipped on the snow. I fell on my face, and then I had a little tooth taken out a couple days ago. I just, I feel it. I feel it. It's happening.
Oh, well, I tell you,
can't fight it. I should do exercise, but I don't. I get exercise like eating, stirring food. No, not the same.
55 is a new 80. I don't know.
Shouldn't it be the other way around? 80 is the new 55? No, I don't know.
Well, my kids think I'm really old. Like, I told you what John said to the little guy who helps him, cut grass. I can't believe you have my riding lawnmower. My 60-year-old dad had to cut the grass by. I'm like, dude, how old do you think we are? I mean, we're just 61. We're not like ancient.
When you were a kid and you went, like when I was a kid and I went to a baseball game, let's say, and the baseball players looked so old. They looked like mature men. And like the police officers that were like patrolling, they seemed like old guys. And then as soon as I got to be in like 30 years old, all the baseball players looked like babies. And so did the police. It's like, I'm like, what was I thinking? And then you said the thing about the doctors. They look like they could be now they look like they could be my grandkids. It's sad.
Right. Janice says, Suzy, you ain't in your 40s, are you?
I used to get that when, I don't know, when it was like about like 20 years ago. I still kind of had a youthful, like a lot of the age-related things like didn't catch up with me. And I feel like just in the last few years, that even pictures of Tony and me, like, we look older. Norm can't make up his mind. Tony just let him in here because he's been crying to come. Yeah, I mean, I got proofed ID'd a lot when I would go to, if I wanted to have like a beer or cocktail, people would say, can I see your ID? And I was like 30 years old. And I'm like thinking, I'm 30. I'm not like, why are you asking? But, when they ask everybody, like when you're 80, I just think, can't you skip it?
That's right. That's right. We are all older, and
And you
yes,
know,
we have
when you
squeezed
are
like bottle wide.
when you're 60, you know, being 65 doesn't seem as old as it used to seem. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
And neither does 70, really.
You go, Jane.
Oh, fantastic. That's awesome.
I don't know, Jane. I'm 61 and I feel like I'm about 91 some
Well, in my
days.
mind, I feel like I still like to party. In my
Yeah.
head, I like to put on music and bop
Yeah, I
around.
can
But
do lots of things in my head. So,
in my
yeah.
head, but in
In my
reality,
head.
it's like, oh, I got two dogs in here. I'm lucky.
Yeah.
I'm lucky
Like I
girl.
can sing in my head.
Oh, I'm a good singer in my head.
Oh, I'm a really good singer in the car by myself, but
And
I'm
I
just
can
saying.
play musical instruments
Oh yeah.
in my head. But my husband said,
Yeah. Jane, she goes, yep, I think I can cartwheel, but nope.
I remember when I could, and I was thinking, it's hard to believe that. Like my wrists wouldn't just crumble.
I
Like
know, right?
if I tried to do, well, a tumble solo I probably could do, but not on purpose. I probably do it.
But even when I was young, I couldn't cartwheel, Jane. So I'm not even gonna think I can do it now.
I could do that, and I actually
Even in
could
my
like
head.
balance myself and stand. Like I could, I could put my feet up in the air if I was against the wall. But now I don't even. Now I'm just happy if I can put on my underpants, standing up, and I don't fall on my
John says Teresa proves she can sing in her head and online too.
butt.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I could never do a cartwheel. I was never very sports active, you know.
Like I
My
said,
husband was, but I not me.
getting just standing up and not falling seems to be a bet. I'm like
Yeah, that's like on my goal list. Yeah.
putting on your panties one leg at a time and not sitting. It's like
Hmm.
I did it.
Yeah.
Working on balance is very important for people our
Yeah.
age. They say,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know,
Wait, let me make you laugh because
strengthen our
I have
core.
this
Ugh.
I have this mobility movement thing going now. But so we sleep at, my mom's neighbor, for those who don't know, while we're waiting for the house. So in the morning, we walk over and the sidewalk is like this. And that just throws me off so bad. So, like, I feel like I'm walking like I'm drunk. And Garrett's like, what are you going to do? Fall in a ditch? And I'm like, but the sidewalk is like wonky and it's, oh.
I get it. If there's in New Jersey, a lot of the sidewalks are they're slanted this way because they want the water to drain off, and it's it feels weird. Like when you're walking, you're tilted one way.
Yes,
Well,
Jane. Exactly.
oh, there you go. That would work, I
That makes
suppose.
it easy.
It does make it easy sometimes.
Just don't be in a hurry to do it all.
I just have
Because
to make sure,
yeah.
like my bedroom window is closed. I feel when I do have there's 4 houses down that way. And then Tony's like, so what if they could see in? And I'm like, I don't want my neighbors seeing it. And he goes, but if they want to look, let them look. And I'm like, no.
But you're very far away. What exactly are they going to see? But a dot?
I don't know. Well, those Amish people are really curious, though. I'll tell you that much because let me tell you, I was talking to the lady I drive around, and she said, I go, well, there's a lot of cars in that driveway. She goes, always, there's always a lot of cars. And she goes, and somebody saw in the house, and they said, it's such a weird house. And I'm like thinking, what's a weird house? What, they got like lava lights? And what do they have?
Right, I guess, John. I don't know. I have an issue with windows, curtains being closed at night. Like, I don't like people looking in.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, my mom and them had the window open one night. My mom and them. And my cousin just came out of nowhere and he went, oh, and like in the window, scared the crap out of me. And I'll never forgot that. So my curtains are closed. You cannot see in my house after dark. I'm sorry.
It's true. There's always that one neighbor.
Always.
I like to close the curtain that could show. And I said, look, when the snipers come, I would like for them to have to work for their shot. I don't want to just be able to and like take us. Anyway, I'm just saying, we have a weird car that goes up and down the street with that searchlight often. And I'm like, what are they looking for? Is it some, this area is so not populated. It's not like it's some kind of weird, like, I'm going to toss the bag of drugs out the window and you come up later and look for them. I mean, like, they could just pull into a driveway and nobody would see them because there's nobody around. Anyway, but when that guy is just going up and down with the searchlight, I'm like, is he looking for a dog? Is he looking for a body? What's going on?
Anyway. Right. You missed him again.
Well, that's why. That's the reason I want my windows closed. I don't want, I watch so many movies where there's like assassins, like you shouldn't really be by an open window at all times.
Oh my goodness. Suzy, I got to go.
Okay.
Because if not, I will be on the road all. Yeah.
Crazy.
I will be on the road all day.
Oh, I kind of want to be shopping. I mean, I would need to have some kind of talent.
Jane wants to know, how often does the guy come with the searchlight?
We've seen him 4 times in the last couple months. It was 2 days in a row we saw him, and then the first time we saw him I took pictures, but they were blurry, so I couldn't really say. And I kind of want to go out to the road and say, what the hell's going on? But like, just in case it's something evil, I don't really want to put myself out there anyway. But it's 4 times in the last month, I'd say. So it's like almost once a week or twice a week.
Yeah, that's where we're going, all in one shop. Yep.
Have fun.
Everybody have a great time. Don't forget, tomorrow Dawn Steals with Teresa, and at 3:00 Eastern. So we'll see y'all there. And if I don't see you, y'all have a blessed weekend. Bye, y'all.
Take care.
Thanks for coming. Spend time with us.
Thank you.